Bama football on YouTube. Can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? I appreciate y'all being here. This is the watch along for Alabama taking on Georgia at Sanford Stadium. Man, I cannot wait for this game to get going. How you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? What is your excitement level? Definitely get inside the chat. There's a lot of SEC to break down. We'll talk about a couple of the games from around the nation that have just wrapped up. It's an all blackout. Coach Kalen DeBoer wearing his black hoodie, right, where he is 10-2. Get inside the comment box. All right, get inside the super chats and hit the thumbs up, most importantly, as we got a big one today here at Sanford Stadium. You know, look, as I told you, it's any given Saturday. Could we have somebody inside the chat box post SEC scores? Because, look, we're watching one right here, Mississippi State and Tennessee down to the wire, right? And you also have the big one at this big, beautiful Sanford Stadium, 90,000 about to kick off. You have Ole Miss, who just beat LSU, right? And then you had earlier today, Texas A&M defeated Auburn. Now Auburn 0-2 in SEC play. I'm telling you, it is any given Saturday. All right, so you got to come with it. Stadium, my goodness, Sanford Stadium is just looks electric. 93,000 for this one. Man, there's a lot at stake for Alabama. We've previewed this game a million different ways. You got to come out. You got to sustain drives. You got to be able to run the football. Coach Saban this morning on game day, I still refer to him as Coach Saban, and I always will, I guess, for the rest of my life. But he said, look, Alabama has to be able to establish a ground game, 100%. And that's one of the things that we are challenging Alabama, even as fans. We're like, can this team run the ball, right? Can they get a ground game going? And I think we kind of point to the fact is like Jam Miller's back. Well, can he lead Alabama, right? Can Alabama get this team going? And here comes the Crimson Tide getting out on the field, being led by Ty Simpson. We are about to kick off here at Sanford Stadium. Get inside the comment box and let me know where you're watching from. Who do you think scores the first touchdown? Let me ask you inside the comment box. Who do you think scores the first touchdown? Post your answer inside the comment box. I'm going to say, let's go with, I will go with Ty Simpson on like some sort of a, some sort of like a tush push or something like that. Or like a 5-yard run and put me down, all right? Put me down for like a tush push with Ty Simpson. If you're new to these watch-alongs, we watch the game with you. Game is on ESPN, as you know, so you can come back. We'll show stats. We'll show scores. We'll have live game reactions. We'll celebrate the game with you and update the scoreboard, of course, right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I think, you know, kind of going into this game as well, you know, you look to – you know, kind of X factors. And I was talking about that earlier today, even on the Facebook channel. I was like, what are the X factors in a game like this? And I think sometimes when you think about like an X factor, you sometimes think about particular players. But I think, like, for me, I think about offensive coordinator. Like, this is a game where I feel Ryan Grubb shows why Coach Saban wanted him a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? This is a game where Ryan Grubb is able to have the schematics, able to do what he wants with this quarterback, right? There was a reason that Coach Saban wanted Ryan Grubb, and I think that showcases tonight. Now, on the flip side, you could also say X factors. You want to say an assistant coach. Well, how about Kane Womack? Man, Womack is certainly under fire, 1,000,000%, okay? And everybody knows that Womack, like, is this the guy that is holding Alabama from being an elite team on each side of the football? We're about to find out if they can take a step forward. And he said, look, earlier this week, Kane Womack said that our fits are improving, but they're not there yet. Tonight, Georgia's game plan has to be come out, run the football, sustain drives by running the football, play time of possession against Alabama. And look, that's the way to beat Alabama. Plain and simple is to run the ball and to play time of possession. You do not want to give Ty Simpson opportunities. You do not want to give Alabama's weapons opportunities to be out on the field. They're going to eat you up. And it's just a matter. And I know there's a lot of people out there that, have different things to say about Ryan Williams and his stock might be down or whatever. I don't feel that way at all. Like, Ryan Williams is absolutely the man. Say what you want about him. He is one play away from doing something that changes the entire scenery of the game, okay? So in a game like this, and as you know, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. So that's why I never throw the talent in someone like Ryan Williams. I just wouldn't. I've seen too much football, and that kid, what he has, man, is something different. He's just got the juice, right? He's just kind of the gamer, and I expect him, Journey Bernard, Isaiah Horton, and Lottie Brooks to do their thing. Damn, that stadium looks wicked. This is where college game. Look, this is the best atmosphere in college football right here, right? And a big opportunity, too, for the quarterback, Ty Simpson, to take steps forward on a national stage. This is the first real opportunity that I think the country will be able to really see Ty Simpson, right? I think, week 1, there's a big difference from week 5. What he's done in the last 2 games, 41-48. Man, this is a huge game, man. You better get up. I hope you're excited for this one. I am. I know you are. Let's see what happens. We're just a few minutes away. They got the stars and stripes. My goodness, there's not a better flag, is there? Right? That's the best flag that there is, period. Plain and simple. My goodness, man, for everybody that's out there at Sanford Stadium, I hope they're enjoying that special time, man. There's nothing like college football pageantry in the Southeast, right? Happy to be here. Kirk Herbstreit right here. He's excited as well. Man, he was just on game day, so he must have flew or transported somehow to Sanford Stadium from when he was up there in Happy Valley. Tonight he's calling the game. He does a great job, obviously. Yeah, hit the thumbs up inside the comment box. I know you guys understand the magnitude of this game, and it's a little bit larger, too, coming after Friday night with Florida State losing. Let's talk about that. How does that impact Alabama going forward? Well, look, I think, reading the message boards and kind of understanding where you guys were at, a lot of people were like, well, with Florida State losing, that devalues Alabama. That's not necessarily true. It would have helped as a resume builder, and we don't know where Florida State goes forward. I don't think that that's a bad team. I think they ate rat poison. Rat poison during this time of year is ultra yummy. It's easy, right? It's like candy. You got to stay away from it. So I think that Florida State, they'll bring it against Miami, but it's not about Florida State, okay? What it's about SEC play, okay? And you have the opportunity to go against Georgia at their home tonight, right now, here in a few minutes. And then guess what? You have the opportunity next week. I know it's week by week, but you have somebody just grilled 8 fillets. Dirt bike, you have 8 fillets, dog. You text me your address right now, dog. Cheese, eggs, Welch's grape, conversate for a few, because we going to do what we came to do. Ain't that right, crew? Yo, but what I'm saying is it's SEC play. SEC play. And guess what? You have an opportunity next week to play undefeated Vanderbilt, okay? And then guess what? After that, you have an opportunity, right? To play undefeated Missouri. Man, so it like that's the stage of the SEC. So if you continue week by week, that's all that matters is the SEC play. So eyes on the prize. And look, I get it. You could go either way tonight, a win or a loss. There's a lot of football left. So, things don't go Alabama's way tonight. Get ready for next week, okay? Vanderbilt. After that, get ready for Missouri, right? After that, it's a week-by-week schedule. Brady G's asking, what do I watch the game on? I got a TV right here. So I got the TV on, and I'm on. I'll show you my setup sometime. You would laugh if you saw the setup. This is not like literally. I got a camera, I got like a couple lights, but I'm just a normal dude, bro. I don't have like a professional setup at all, right? I rub 2 sticks together, and then somehow the cameras turn on, and that's it. Yeah. Sharing inside the comment box. He's like, we're not talking the negative energy, 100%, right? So I think as we turn to this game, a lot on the line. And, look, there's all these crazy stats out there about the last 10 times that they've played and this and that. Does that matter? I don't think so. I think it's fun for us to talk about. Yo, Weekend Warrior, what's up, dog? Yeah, man, you either got that dog mentality or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't matter the studio. It doesn't matter the lighting. I mean, sometimes it's just the poise, the presentation, and, who's on the batter's box, right? That's it. So, no, happy to be here and happy to be kicking it with you right here in Bama Football on YouTube. I used to go to all the games, so I used to be at these stadiums. But then when I realized, I was like, damn, like, going to these games, and I'm spending money on the travel to go to the games. I love being there. I was just talking about that earlier. But, I here with you is where I thrive. So kicking it here on the watch-alongs, being standing up for, 4 hours, 5 hours. I have the post-game reaction show. And it's important to note, heads up, eyes up. What we'll do is we're going to go through this stream. We'll end the stream, and then we'll immediately start a new stream, which will be our post-game show. So before that, I'll post the link inside the description box. So you just basically switch over streams. That's it. It's like you change the channel. That's it. All right? So that's how the ending of this will work. 2 different streams. It'll help me as a content creator. So I appreciate it. And again, your support is certainly welcomed. If you want to support the overall product, if you want to support, the stream, I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for kicking it with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. My Venmo is Bama_YouTube, and my Cash App is Bama YouTube. So thank you so much. All right, so I said that Ty Simpson scores the first touchdown. So I have a question for you. If Alabama wins the toss, okay, do you want the ball or do you want to defer? Do you want the ball or do you want to defer? I want the ball. 100%. All right. We're just a few minutes away from the kick here at Stanford Stadium. All right. I'll go over the college football scoreboard. We'll go full screen so you can see this. All right. I don't even know how I honestly put these graphics on the screen. I swear. I had no training in this. Nothing. Seriously. Have a couple Folgers and then let's get it. All right. So you got a great one taking place in Stark Vegas between Mississippi State and Tennessee. Right now, Mississippi State leads 34-27. Tennessee has the football. Mississippi State trying to get to 5-0. Nobody's talking about the 2 teams from Mississippi. Mississippi schools are a combined 9-0 at this point in time. All right. You got Arizona taking on Iowa. Iowa State is 8. Arizona is 0. Missouri up 7-0 on Massachusetts. And as mentioned, if Missouri wins this game, they are 5-0 on the season, right? Those are the next 2 games that Alabama has on its schedule. Oregon and Penn State, that game is kicking off right now as well on NBC. And then the big one right here in Athens, Georgia, between Bama and Georgia. Teams about to run on the field. You have BYU taking on Colorado. Earlier today, I watched this game. This was a pretty good game. You had Ohio State defeat Washington by a score of 24-6. Yo, that quarterback for Washington is pretty good. Pretty good. That was a good game. It was entertaining to me. You also have Ole Miss defeating LSU. Was anybody surprised by this? Was anybody surprised by Ole Miss beating LSU? To me, I wasn't. This wasn't like, oh my goodness. I told you, it's any given weekend in the SEC, okay? Here comes Georgia out in the field. It's a blackout, 93,000. Georgia's about to run out on the field. Yeah, Vandy, Tweet John's like, Vandy is 5-0. Yeah, so is Missouri, bro. It's wild, right? And so is Ole Miss. Ole Miss takes down LSU by a score of 24-19. And like I said, nobody's talking about the teams from Mississippi. Chambliss, 23 of 39, 314, 1 touchdown. Kay Lacey, 23 carries, 87 yards. Ole Miss looking pretty good. And if you look at Ole Miss's schedule, this team is going to win a lot of games, right? And I told you I expected fully for LSU to have some sort of a crash out. Now, is it a crash out by them losing to Ole Miss? Not necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily a crash out, but I expected them to lose games, period, plain and simple. So Ole Miss is now 5-0 on the season. Two teams coming out, and Coach Kalen DeBoer wearing his black hoodie where he is 10-2. A couple more games to go through. You got Texas A&M defeated Auburn. The Tigers are now 0-2 in SEC play, and Texas A&M is 4-0 on the season. So, look, there's a lot of teams in the SEC that are playing some quality football. There's not a lot of parity. There is a lot of parity. Like, the teams are ultra close. I don't think there's a lot of teams who are just, completely dominant, in my opinion. How would you even rank the SEC? Probably the winner of this game, and then who's number 2 or 3? I don't know, right? Man, we got a good one here, though. They're about to get going. Did they say who's getting the ball? Indiana defeated Iowa, and Georgia Tech in overtime defeated Wake Forest. And as I said earlier, Vanderbilt now 5-0 after defeating Utah State 55-35. And Illinois beat USC by a score of 34-32. And Notre Dame 56, Arkansas 13. Before we get to my final point on the college football scores is, look, I honestly feel that for whatever reason, the media, everybody wants Notre Dame to be as good as possible. Notre Dame will not be out of the playoffs, period. Right? Like, this team, it's crazy. They beat Arkansas, and now all we'll hear is Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that. Well, here we go. Sanford Stadium absolutely lit. Here we go. It's time, fam. It is time. Let's go. All right. Alabama to kick. Georgia to receive. Sanford Stadium. Man, this is definitely, I would say that this is the most challenging environment that they played in, right? I know you went to LSU, right? I know they've gone tough places. But this place looks absolutely crazy. Here we go. It's time. Here Alabama is with the kickoff, and away we go. Great kick. Yanzi Pierre is starting in this game. Wow, that's interesting to see. You got Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton, 23 of 31 in his last game. Yanzi Pierre starting for Alabama on defense. Actually, I'm not mad at that. Yanzi Pierre, number 42. Watch him. All right, here we go. Here comes Georgia. First play of the game. See what Georgia does. Yeah, Tim Keenan back. I could see him in the middle of the field. And it's going to be a 2-yard rush for Frazier. He's going to be bottled up by Tim Keenan. Yo, doesn't it, like, I don't know. It just, like, it's one play. It's one play. But, damn, it's nice to have Tim Keenan back in the lineup, right? Gunnar Stockton, back to pass. 3 wide receivers to the right. Little shift by Georgia on the pre-snap. Gunnar Stockton looks to pass. Out to the left, it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Young. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 for Georgia. Yo, how amazing would it be if you get a 3 and out, right? And start the game. I like that. All right, let's go, Kane. Wow. Kane's beard's a little bit more white. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Big 3rd and 8 for Georgia. Stockton back to pass. He has time. He fires it, and it's going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted by Deontay Lawson, and Georgia's going to have to punt. Hey, thumbs up inside the comment box for that defensive stand. 3 and out. Thumbs up for a 3 and out. Hey, let's go. 3 and out. That's huge. Man, that was almost intercepted. Damn. Oh, man, he should have had that. Damn. And you're right. That is their scripted drive because you always start off the game with what you're going to do, right? Really great point out. 100%. What's up, Max? I think we missed you on Friday. Well, here comes Alabama's first drive. Ty Simpson, 72%, 862 yards passing, 9 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. It's the first quarter. If you're just joining us, this is Alabama's first drive. And if you're just hopping in, it was Georgia who had to go a 3 and out. All right? Let's do it. What's up, PZ? I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Ty Simpson and his offense. He's got his 3 big wide receivers and Jam Miller in the backfield. Jeremy Bernard in motion. Little handoff to Jam Miller. Little 2 yards for Miller. Yo, Hunter, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here inside the comment box. Little 2-yard run. 2nd down and 8 for the Tide. Simpson's looking, changing the play. He's got 3 wide receivers, including a tight end to the right. Alabama's changing. They got to hurry. There's 10 seconds on the play clock. Ty Simpson back to pass. Here comes a little bit of pressure, but he has time, and he goes wide, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Isaiah Horton. He should have had that. Yo, he should have had that. There was, I mean, maybe a little bit high, but Isaiah, it touches your hands. You got to catch that. What's going on here? It was a corner blitz. It was picked up, I think, well by Cuevas. Man, you got to catch that. I think the ball was a little bit high, but, man, I think you got to catch that. I think I list that as a drop. Third and 7 for Alabama. Ty Simpson back to pass. Here comes Georgia. Ty Simpson's going to have to scramble. He gets up, and he's going to pick up 10 yards, and that's a first down. Hey, that playmaking ability, man. And Coach Saban said this, too. He's like, it's going to come down to which quarterback stands out. That is what you got to be concerned about when you play Alabama, is Ty Simpson's ability to get out of the pocket and extend plays, right? Ty Simpson, man, telling you, dual threat. He's an athlete. 1st and 10. Let's see what Bama does. They ran it on 1st down last time. Another run to Jam Miller. It's going to be the outside. Doesn't look like it goes for much. 2nd and 10. So far, Jam Miller, 2 carries for 2 yards. Ty Simpson, 1 carry for 10. What's up, fam? I appreciate you guys kicking it. Yo, I don't know. This game has, like, really good, like, energy, man. Yeah, I'm pumped up. Glenn Schumann going against Ryan Grubb. Yo, this is the NFL. This is the NFL game. 2nd and 10. Ty Simpson. He's got Isaiah Horton out wide. You got Ryan Williams at the slot. You got 2 tight ends in as well. That 12 personnel. Good pass block. And Simpson goes deep for Ryan Williams. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What the hell, man? That was a touchdown pass. That was a touchdown pass. Oh, my goodness. What the hell, man? I'd post that. What the hell, man? Oh, all right. 3rd and 10. That looks like it's going to be 10 yards. Is that going to be a first down? How the hell did he drop that, man? This guy, man, yo, I'm not selling on Hollywood, but damn, man, this guy, you thought that the drops were going to, like, go away? This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. What the hell? Oh, my God. That's a touchdown. Man. Oh, man. Yo, Money McGee, what's up, dog? Yo, that was a shit, man. It looked like that was a first down to me. Look where he catches it. Oh, yeah, that's a first down. Man, damn. That drop is, yo, that's a first down 100%. That's a first down 100%. Yo, fam, is this a first down? Type first. Type 1 if you think it's a first down. Man, that is crazy. I don't know what's going on with Hollywood. I really don't. He is not, I mean, 12 drops. Damn, he has 12 drops. Yes, it's a first down. I knew it was going to be a first. Wow. All right, here we go. I'm telling you, the good news is we know that they're going to have an issue with Alabama's wide receivers. It's going to come. You have 2 drops already. Ty Simpson should have close to 100 yards already passing. Here's Simpson back to pass under duress. He nearly intercepted, and that's the way to beat Alabama too, is to get pressure on Ty Simpson. Man, yikes. Damn, that should have been picked. There should be 2 interceptions in this game. Gunnar Stockton should have thrown 1. Ty Simpson should have thrown another. And you're right, Jay Williamson. You got to shake it off, man. Next play mentality. But I tell you what, Georgia's defensive backs, man, I'm telling you, something's going to happen in this game. Ryan will catch a deep one, or Bernard or somebody. It's going to be there. So it's hard to get past that, though, because that, like, what the hell was going on with that? All right, 3rd and 5. I'm sorry, 2nd and 10. I'm looking at my screen down here. Kevin Riley gets about 5 yards. Damn, he runs hard. Yo, fam, back me up on this. Back me up. I need your help. Does Kevin Riley run like he's 250 pounds? Seriously. Man, that guy runs hard, bro. 3rd and 5. Motion. All right, let's see what we got here. Play clock at 10. Ty Simpson. You might call a timeout here, man. You call a timeout. Call a timeout. Call a timeout, dog. All right, play clock at 1. Ty Simpson, back to pass. You got Isaiah Horton. I told you he would come through. Nice connection. Came to 24. Man, I was sweating. That was down to one second on the play clock. Nice pass, man. You guys know I've been talking about Horton. Peasy, me and you have been talking about it, man. I still think he had a drop early. Damn, that was nice. Really nice. I'm telling you, Georgia is going to have a hard time with Alabama's wide receivers. You just have to catch the ball and protect Ty. Okay, let me ask you, inside the comment box, it's early, all right? There's 9 minutes and 50 seconds, okay? Okay, I just have to ask, who looks better? Who looks like the better team? Type A for Alabama, type G for Georgia. Who looks better? Honestly, just based off what you've seen in the small assessment, I would say Alabama. All right. I think they do. Look, in the early assessment of this game is that Ty Simpson, he's going to cook. He is going to cook, all right? But you need to catch the damn ball for him, okay? In Georgia, I guarantee you at this timeout right now, Kirby already knows. And he said he's the hottest quarterback in the country. He's gassing him up for a reason, all right? But I'll tell you, man, just as I asked you inside the combo, I say that Alabama looks like the better team. They look like the aggressor. They look like they can move the chains. Just like, damn, like, catch the ball, bro. This dude should be running a mile. Every time you drop a ball, you run a mile, right? You fumbled the football. Man, 199 super chat. What's up, Alex? I appreciate you, man. Ryan in the drops. Don't. Remember Benny and the Jets? We got Ryan in the drops. Na 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 na. Ryan in the drops. Man, 12 drops. Yo, Broderick, we're on commercial. The TV's on commercial. You know I barely even go commercial. 12 drops, dog. What the hell? Ryan Williams is only good as clutch. Yeah, you're right. I like this, Peasy. Me and you were wearing the same brain tonight, Peasy. Yo, No Filter says the offense is still dominant, moving the ball 100%. And that's why I asked you early on, is like, which team looks better? The Alabama does. And Kerry Collins right here. Ty is impressive, no nerves. He doesn't look rattled at all. This guy looks like he's played in front of 100,000, before, which he has. But Ryan and the Drizzies. Man. Jackson Lloyd has entered the game at tackle. Interesting. It's just put out by Charlie Potter. All right. Let's settle in, fam. Oh, man. Who was that kid who would always drop passes? Remember the movie Little Giants? They need to start throwing him toilet paper. Remember? Hey, Javion, what's up, dog? Look at all these drops, man. They have a drop. Who the hell has a dropped highlight tape? Man, he's dropped. How many touchdowns he dropped? Who was that kid in Little Giants who would catch toilet paper and then he started catching the ball? You know what I'm saying? Ryan should be running a mile right now. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Jackson Lloyd in at tackle. This is interesting. You got a freshman tackle, and you're going to have – what the hell? What the hell? Caden Proctor was like in motion? What the hell was that? Yo, was Caden Proctor in motion? What the hell was that? I'd never seen a 370-pound man in motion. What the hell was that? No, I swear. What? Am I tripping? What the hell was that? Hey, Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor going to go in motion on 2, all right? Hey. What? All right, settle in. 1st and 15. That was stupid. That was stupid. All right, man in motion. That was Jeremy Bernard. Here's a little handoff. Jan Miller, 2 yards. All right, it's going to be a 2nd and 13 for the Tide. Hey, Lisa, I get you. We can stop praising Ryan while still being supportive. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like your kids, right? You're like, come on. But I love you. So get back in there and go score me a tutty. Watch, he's going to score a touchdown here. Just watch. I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to stop Alabama's wide receivers. Just trust me. I already saw the script of the game plan. Outside screen. That's Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard up the field. Nice block, Ryan Williams. It's going to be a gain of 18 for Jeremy Bernard. Yo, they cannot. Man, they can't stop these guys. Hey, Blanche is like, Kyle is ahead of me. Dano's like, Kyle's behind it. That's the funniest thing about these watch-alongs is that's the one, if we've learned anything about these watch-alongs in history, is that everybody's TV is completely different. Yo, that was a nasty play call by Ryan Grubb. I don't know about Caden Proctor in motion. Here we go. Jam Miller to the outside. Spins. He's going to get about 2 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 6. See, yeah, that's the thing. Don't worry if I'm ahead or behind. Yeah, but sometimes I'm ahead of people. Yo, it's crazy. Just enjoy it. All right, let's see. Damn, Bama already has 73 yards of Georgia's 2. I love this. This is a dominating drive. This takes the air out of the offense. I question if Georgia's offense will be able to get into a shootout. They just called a timeout. I don't know what's going on. All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal. How you all feeling? There's actually a lot to digest, and the game just started, right? I think the biggest thing, and I think the most frustrating thing right now, is Ryan Williams, okay, and the drop, because that's already a touchdown. The scoreboard up here should read 7-0 good guys, right? I think on the positive, I think when you look to this right here, right, when you go to the scoreboard, right, and you look at the stats, right, this stands out, okay? This young man, how would you assess the play of Ty Simpson on a scale of 1 to 10? So far, it just started, okay? It just started. The guy is 3 of 6, okay? 52 yards, but how many drops does he have? He has 2 drops. This young man is really 5 of 6 with a touchdown pass, okay? All right? And he has a rush for 10 yards, which was a first down on a 3rd down, all right? So Ty Simpson, he's carried that momentum into this game. Ty Simpson, I'm telling you, Ty Simpson is playing. There was a lot of good football today. You watch all the games? I think Ty Simpson might be the best quarterback that I saw playing today. Is that a hot take? I don't know. What don't you like about Ty? I mean, he almost threw an interception over here. That was his only bad decision. But I think he still looks sharp. I think he still looks red hot. Okay? Ground game, I mean, Georgia's built to stop the run. So what we're going to get mad about after this game and be like, Bama can't run the ball still. Well, you went against an elite defense that is built to stop the run. Now, clearly, Georgia's having all sorts of issues stopping these guys, okay? The big 3. This guy needs to get it together because do we bench Ryan Williams? I mean, it's crazy to say, but where's Lazier Brooks? Well, he dropped a pass last game too. Well, where's Rico Scott? I don't know. You run into a bunch of different issues. I don't know. When you look at these other stats right here, total yards, 73 to 2. I mean, it's so far it's been dominant because Alabama's been able to play time of possession. This has been a long-ass drive, right? You feel me? 3rd downs, 2 of 3. Huge number. You got to keep that going. That comes down to your offensive play caller and the execution of the team, right? Average yards completion. This is huge right here. 17.3. And we'll figure out what happens inside the red zone, all right? So the time of possession, this will be updated, but so far, things going well for the Tide. 0-0, and it is 3rd and 6. It's 2nd and 6. See, so I have stats, so I tell you a pro tip. I know what's happening the next play because I see the full stats over here. But so I watch the TV, which is a play behind, but I know what's happening before. Tough place to be in. Just kidding. All right, so it is 2nd and goal. Ty Simpson, little throw, and it's going to be dropped. by Isaiah Horton. So you're going to have a 3rd and 6 for the Tide. I didn't like that play call either. White Boy Hubbard, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Oh. All right, you got a 3rd and goal for the Tide. What will they do? Ty Simpson, we asked in this game, will he throw a touchdown pass? What will happen? Who will come through? Ty Simpson, back to pass, fires a shot, touchdown, Jeremy Bernard. Hey, big touchdown. And check this out, fam. 14-play drive, 74 yards. I'm going to type this inside the comment box, okay? 14 plays, 74 yards, 6 minutes and 30 was the drive. Oh, my goodness. Yo, that is crazy. We had a 14-play. That is, and look, and to be honest, that's, if I have to kind of sum up that drive, it was a lot, right? That drive felt like it was 5 years long, okay? But this right here, this tells you a lot about Alabama's offense and the problems that Georgia is going to have all game long, okay? This is great play calling right here. When you break down the schematics, you swap out over here and you get the mismatch that you want with Jeremy Bernard. The inside linebacker goes with Cuevas and you're able to get the tutty to Jeremy Bernard. That was beautiful, man. 100%. That was dirty. Okay, and that comes to Ryan Grubb as your offensive play caller, right? And that goes to Ty Simpson, who's a quarterback that can stand in the pocket and operate at that high of a level, right? So Ty Simpson, in that drive, 4 of 8, 58 yards, 1 touchdown passes, man. Yo, Ty Simpson balling out of control. This guy playing like the best quarterback in the country. Alabama up 7-0, first quarter. And I got to tell you, look, if Georgia's defense right now, they are worried. They are not going to have an answer for this. I told you. I told you. The game is far from being over, but they're not going to have an answer for this unless they can get to Ty Simpson. That's it. And so far, they haven't been able to do that. All right? So that was a damn impressive drive, and we've seen this before. So you got to come out, and this is a huge drive for the defense, okay? Offense did their job. We know that the offense is not an issue. Let's see what happened in this Mississippi-Tennessee game. Mississippi back to pass, and they cannot come up with it, and Tennessee is going to win the game 41-34. Wow. Hybrid, I 100% agree, bro. Gunnar Stockton out, and he completes a pass. And it's an eligible receiver downfield. It's going to be a 1st and 15. That drive, that was impressive. We've seen it before, though. So let's see what they do on the defensive side. Damn, that was impressive. First and 15. Remember, Georgia is missing their right tackle, right? Damn, I'm blown away by that first drive, fam. Dominating. Big run by Georgia up the middle, and that's the type of you-know-what that we're talking about. A gain of 24 up the middle. That's it. Gunnar Stockton back to pass to Delp. He's going to be absolutely tagged by Damani Jackson. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. That was a good pass. Kind of a hospital ball. That's a nice tight spiral. Nearly picked by Bray Hubbard. Oh, God bless. Damani Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. But Damani's for real. Never meant to make Oster Dub cry. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. All right, it is 2nd and 10 for Georgia. Little run up the middle, 5 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. You guys know what I was saying, right? Miss Jackson. You got any Outcast fans up in here? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. All right, 3rd and 5. Shoot. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 for Georgia. Made in Georgia. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. Quay Rusaw. Gunner Stockton fires. Can't find a man. It's going to be 4th and 5. Told you. Man. And look, if you come out, so Georgia's punting right now, okay, to Bama. How the hell are you going to stop Alabama's offense? How are you going to stop them? Okay, so you have Frazier who had that 24-yard rush. But you know what Gunner Stockton is? Does anybody know inside the comment box what Gunner Stockton is so far? Stockton, I'm going to tell you this, is 0 and 4. Stockton's 0 and 4. All right? That's it. That first drive, damn, that was impressive. All right, here comes Alabama's offense again. So we're going to talk about that first drive and see if they can duplicate it, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to run the ball. I don't know. I think it's kind of – I think in this game it's going to be hard to run or establish a run game. I mean, you need to, but I don't know if you can because Georgia is built to stop the run. Now, the attack mode in you wants to just keep giving it to Georgia. And if Ty is on fire – you ever played NBA Jam? Who played NBA Jam? I know you guys are old enough to play NBA Jam. Well, there's this thing called, like, when the guy gets on fire, right? And he's like, he's on fire. Well, that's what Ty is. His hair is literally on fire, and the dude is just back. He's able to look. He's able to connect with his wide receivers. And if you protect him, Ty Simpson is going to eat you alive. He is the hottest quarterback in the country, okay? He plays with Legos. The guy's a good guy. Powered by Cane's Chicken. He's half Cane's Chicken, half Legos. His dad's a coach. This dude is slicing them up, right? Ty Lego Simpson. And he's building this Alabama offense that looked like a buzzsaw this last time. Just catch the ball. Man. All right, so the first touchdown. Yeah, see, Paul Kirk knows what I'm talking about. Hey, wouldn't the combo, hey, this would be the best combo on NBA Jam if it was Alabama football. It would be Ty Simpson and Jeremy Bernard, right? You could have different combinations, right? You have like Caden Proctor and Jam Miller. Oh, man. All right, let's see. The run game. And the thing is, yeah, so Ty, yeah, all he does is build Legos. But his running ability is great. I mean, the guy can get it go. Ooh, I like that. Ty Lego Simpson. Lego. Jeremy Bernard, let's see, now has 5 total touchdowns through 3 games. Damn. He only scored 3 touchdowns last year? That's crazy. That's a crime. All right. Who knows how to do the germ emoji? Can you guys do the germ emoji? Can we give Jeremy Bernard some love? Type the germ emoji. Let's see how many times we can get it. Can you guys get it 20 times? The germ emoji. We're on commercial break. Alabama about to have its second offensive possession. Ty Simpson, 4 of 8. Gunner Stockton, 0-4. Post that germ emoji inside the comment box as fast as you can. Oh, man. I told you. I was confident. Hey, Vape Snake. Oh, I've been asked to not wear Alabama stuff anymore, so had to make some changes. Hey, look at all those germs. Yeah, so can't wear Alabama hats or gear. But, you know, still keep doing my thing the best way I can. The best way that you guys could do it for supporting me is just be here on the show, hit the thumbs up on all these damn videos that I upload, send a super chat, sign up to be a member, hit me up with the Cash App, right? Just kick it with me inside the comment box. That's all I could ask for you guys. I appreciate you guys. I can't go into the details. Just know that that's the official rules. Even though I could have sold enough hats to cure polio. Just kidding. There's already a cure. But, I mean, so that's just it. So that's where we're at. I can't. No gear. Little run up the middle. Yeah, long story short, I was asked by up top to stop wearing gear. So just, you know, the channel's big. I get it. Can't go into more than that. I just, you know, can continue to, yeah, I mean, just, that's it. Just continue to rock with me. That's all I can say. Ty Simpson, back to pass. That wasn't his best pass. All right? That wasn't his best pass. That was overthrown. So you're going to get a 3rd and 7. Cybergun, what's up, dog? 3rd and 7. I'm still feeling good. I'm hyped up. I told you guys. I picked Alabama. Third and 7. Let's see what Ty can do. Yo, this dude's been a magician so far. This guy's a problem. Ty Simpson, back to pass. 3rd and 7. Steps up in the pocket. Fires an absolute laser to Cuevas for 12 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Damn, yo. Tyson, look at this pocket right here. 75. Yo, that was Welcome Formby. Okay. You know what? Oh, damn, he even grabbed Ty's arm. Shoot. Wow, that's crazy. 1st and 10. Yo, damn. Yo, Ty's balling. 5 of 10, 70 yards. It's a reverse. Jeremy Bernard, what are you doing, dog? Oh, God. Don't do gadget plays. Don't do gadget plays. No, Ryan Grubb. No, dog. Never do gadget plays in games like this. Never, all right? Never. Tricks are for kids, 100%. Hey, the gadget plays in a game of this magnitude, they don't translate well. The defenses are too good. That's why you never see this type of crap in the NFL. These guys are fast enough to diagnose that sort of stuff. You can do it against Wisconsin and Monroe all day long, but you don't do that here. All right, so we got a 2nd and 16. Ty Simpson, back to pass. There you go. I like that screen to Riley. You know I love my screens. Oh, my goodness. Someone got lit, and you got a 3rd down. No trick plays, bro. Don't do them in games like this. Stupid play. Who called that? It makes you look weak. I 100% agree. No, the screen is the fanciest thing you do in a game like this. And screens will kill you. You know me, I run screens all day long. 3rd and 6. You got 8 seconds. A lot of communication errors. It looks like Alabama's going to call a timeout. This will be their 3rd timeout. They've called 3 timeouts in the 1st quarter. I'm not mad at that. It's loud. There's going to be communication issues, but I'll tell you this. You better not call your timeouts in the 3rd quarter. Okay, I have a question for you inside the comment box. Please rep your city inside the comment box. Tell me where you're watching from. Post your city, your state inside the comment box. Appreciate you guys. Kicking it. 7-0. All right, let's do some shout-outs real quick while Alabama comes out of this timeout. We got Crestview, Florida. We got Hartselle, Alabama. We got Gulf Shores. We got Atlanta, Georgia. We got Cartersville. We got Huntsville. We got Newport, Virginia. We got California. We got Ozark, Alabama. Phoenix City, where you at? We got somebody up in Kuwait. God bless. Thank you for your service to this great country. If you were serving. Birmingham, Alabama. Ty Simpson back to pass, and he's able to hook up with Ryan Williams, who gets the first down. There you go, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Jared, a lot of times we do like am I behind or am I ahead? Sometimes I'm ahead of people. It's weird. Sometimes I'm behind people. Just kind of take it for what it is. These watch-alongs have become like relatively new within the last couple years, so it's just what it is. I used to let it like really bother me. But unless I was like at the game, it's never going to be real time. But yo, that's the type of thing. Attaboy, Ryan. Way to catch it. That was a clutch. Coming up with a third down. That's huge. First down, Alabama keeps moving the chains. They're doing a great job on third down. Let's see where they're at. Third down tells you a lot about your offense. 5 of 6 right now for Alabama on third down. Another completed pass to Jeremy Bernard. How the hell are they going to stop Alabama's offense? Ty Simpson, 8 of 13, 92 yards in the first quarter. White Boy Hunter says, you know what, man? I don't know about that because I at one time had AT&T and then I had Comcast and went to cable. Bro, and everything was still slower behind, and different games are different speeds. The weirdest thing. 3rd and 1 for the Tide, first quarter. Let's see if Alabama can get another first down. I will. 95 wants Kevin Riley in. Yo, Kevin Riley's so fast, bro. And I don't even know if the dude's 200 pounds, but he runs like he's 225 pounds, right? Eric Thomas, I 100% agree. He's like, eat the clock. 132 coming out. Alabama has a much better offense. Much better offense. It's just a couple little things have to go your way. Let's see what they do. Man, Alabama's just absolutely dominating, man. Love the call. Little handoff to Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard's going to get about 11 yards. Alabama, look at this. Yo, fam, look at this stat right here. 6 of 7 on third downs. That's crazy. I love that play call. That's the type of like gadget play that makes sense, okay? Yeah, on third downs, 6 of 7. All right, Ty Simpson. Back to pass. It's first and 10. Ty Simpson back to pass. Connects with Lazier Brooks. Wow. Lottie Brooks. Big catch by Lottie Brooks. Handoff. Hey, we got Garrett in with a super chat. We appreciate you, man. I'll get it on the screen as soon as I can. Yo, end of the first quarter, Bama 7, Georgia 0. Garrett, I appreciate you, man. I'm trying to get your super on the board. All right, what has stood out to you in this first quarter? Has it been the play of Ty Simpson? Has it been Alabama's offense? Has it been Alabama's defense? Yo, Garrett, I don't know why I can't get this super on this screen, bro. I think for me, I'll bring up the stats here in just a second. As we go into the second quarter, these are the stats that stand out, okay? So Ty Simpson, this is the first quarter. And again, Garrett, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I'll bring you up on the screen in just a second. All right, Ty Simpson, let me ask you, how would you assess the play of Ty Simpson in the first quarter? How would you assess the play of Ty Simpson in the first quarter? 9 of 14 for 111 yards, 1 touchdown, okay? 64%. And how many drops does he have? I think he has 3 drops, and he had 1 pass that was kind of on him. So really, you could say that, he's 12 of 14 or whatever at this point in time. He also has a run for 10 yards, which went to a first down. Not much to talk about here in terms of the running game. This has kind of been it, but you do have 4 rushers for 36 yards. Bernard with an 11-yard run. Miller has 6 for 12, but the good thing is Jam Miller, he's healthy, right? This guy, Jeremy Bernard, he's absolutely a dog. Could I get some germ emojis inside the comment box? He has 3 for 29. He has a tutty. He's been targeted 4 times. Came up with 3 receptions. He caught a touchdown pass. Isaiah Horton has 2 for 34. He's been targeted 5 times. Lottie Brooks came through with a reception for 19 yards as just a freshman. And then Ryan Williams, 1 for 7. He does have a drop, but as you know, he came up with a big third down reception. As you look at the stats, fam, this is very telling right here. And I'm telling you, I don't know how Georgia is going to be able to deal with this, okay? I don't. What's happening right now, Georgia is on its heels. Yes or no, would you agree with me inside the comment box? Georgia's defense is on its heels. Georgia is overwhelmed by Ryan Grubb, by Ty Simpson, by Alabama's weapons. Yes or no, would you agree that Georgia's on its heels? 100%. Look at the stats right here at the first quarter. And we've been here before because we saw this type of game last year. And we were saying the same. It'd be hilarious to go back and watch and be like, Jalen Milroe, the best quarterback we've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. These are the stats. This is what's happening, all right? Total yards, 147 to 31. Gunnar Stockton hasn't even completed a pass, okay? Passing yards, 111 to 0. Rushing yards, only 36. But this is where you're shining right here. And this is why Alabama is winning the game, okay? 6 of 7 on third downs. That tells you what type of a program you are when you're playing in front of 93,000. I guarantee you, if you are a Georgia Bulldog fan right now, you are absolutely pissed. You're disheartened. You're flat because you're like, how the hell are we going to stop Alabama again? Just like Alyssa, when she called, she said this. She said that Alabama owns Georgia. Look what's happening. It's early, but look at the time of possession. Is this right? Is this right? Is it 7 for 7 fitness? All right, back to the game. Is it 7 for 7? Maybe, I guess the stats are wrong. Because I heard them say 7 to 7 too. Can someone confirm, is it 7 for 7 on third downs? Which is crazy. 6 to 7 is wild. 7-7 is like, damn. I guess the stats need to get caught up. Second quarter has just started. Alabama facing a 3rd and 3. I didn't even get to talk about the defense. Here goes Jam Miller, picks up a first down. Oh. Jam Miller bouncing off fools, gets the first down. That's a gain of 7. Here goes Alabama. It's a 1st and goal. What you think? Who you got? Play action. Ty Simpson, back to pass, sets his feet. Isaiah Horton, get some. 14-0. Told you. Yo, check this out. Check this scoring drive out. I'm going to put it on the screen again. 14 plays, okay? 83 yards, 6 minutes, and 57 seconds. Damn. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Set your feet. Find Isaiah Horton. Damn, he let him go back. Oh, my goodness. That was a damn good play. Cold. Yo, oh, my goodness. Yo, Ty Simpson right now is cooking. 10 of 15. 117 yards and 2 tutties. Oh, my goodness. Yo, man. This is crazy. Crazy. Wow. I mean, look. That offense is absolutely rolling. Ty Simpson, man. Yeah, I mean, look. I think a lot. I mean, are you surprised? Are you guys surprised? Tell me inside the comment box if you are surprised in what's happening right now. Because this is an absolute, like, taking to the woodshed. I get it. There is so much football to be played. We're not close to being over, I need to update the scoreboard, right? It's 14. But I'm honestly not really surprised. I knew that this particular team would be a problem for the receiver standpoint. I don't know if you guys were listening to all the damn previews and stuff like that. Everybody on game day picked Georgia, right? And look, I'm not really surprised at all. $14-0. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Georgia's going to be able to respond to this. And I think that this also helps the defense, right? It gives them momentum. And look, Georgia hasn't been able to do anything, plain and simple. Man, Ty is crazy. James, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Theismann, I know. I've been saying Theismann inside the comment box a bunch. All right, let's see what we got. 14-0. See if I can get the chat box back on screen. I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go. There, our chat box. Yes, our chat box is back. All right, we had a chat earlier come in. All right, 1st and 10 for Georgia. Little pass out. Is that to Branch? $14-0. Here comes Georgia. That was Gunnar Stockton's first completed pass of the game. Second down for Georgia. A lot of football left. I get it. A lot of football left. Little handoff. It's going to be out to the outside. It's going to be a long run by Georgia. It's going to be a gain of 29 yards by Chauncey. And Georgia has 4 rushes for 60 yards. Damn. Here comes Georgia. See what Stockton could do. Is this going to turn into a shootout, fam? All right. Stockton back to pass. Throws a beautiful ball. Damati's cooked. Where were they? It is a touchdown by Georgia. Yo, what the hell happened? 38-yard touchdown. What happened on that? Look at Kane Womack. Kane Womack getting his you-know-what chewed. Damn. Okay. Kane Womack. What was going on? Did you see that? Did you see, Coach? Okay, well, that was weird. It wasn't, I mean, okay. That was a 3-play, 75-yard drive. And the crazy thing is, okay, is Georgia on that had a 29-yard run and then a 38-yard pass, okay? What the hell? Wild. Oh, man. All right, so 14-7, we just started. So $14-7. Okay. Let it set in. I don't even know, like, what happened. It happened so fast. And this is kind of the thing you wonder about too, because I would wager that Alabama puts together another scoring drive, okay? Like, this team with Ryan Grubb and Ty Simpson, Georgia, they haven't been able to get to Ty, and he's been slicing them up, right? So is the one thing that is holding this team away from being an elite contender, an elite team, kind of Kane Womack? Is the scheme the issue? You see what I'm saying? Look, because I'm super confident that this offense is going to still be able to do what it needs to do, right? But I'm like, what's happening? I don't know. And we couldn't even see the replay of that. Wasn't it the film guy who said that, like, was it offensively or defensively, did he say that Alabama was going to get cooked, right? Like, his film assessment? I know he picked Alabama, and I know Pate picked Georgia, and I get why they did and all that stuff, but I think he basically, like, chopped up Alabama on one side of the ball. I don't know. I'd be surprised if it was the offensive side, because the offense is crazy good. Maybe it was the defense. I don't know. I don't even see that replay, the last replay. What happened? Oh, there we go. And I've been looking for it. Oh, they're showing Coach Saban. They're showing Kirby. All right. Let's settle in. Well, I still don't understand what happened. Oh, so it was on Kane Womack. Yo, this dude, man. This guy. Did you see that Kane Womack was just saying that's on me? What the hell's he doing? They still haven't showed a wide replay of that. Did anyone see it? All right, here comes Bama again. So now William Sanders is in at guard over Cam Dewberry. That's in from Mike Rodak. Penn State. Oh, thank you, Crimson Angel. I forgot about that game, that it was even taking place. All right. We're back in action with Alabama. Georgia all of a sudden has 106 yards of offense. Ty Simpson back to pass again. Another screen to Riley. Yes, keep doing that. Keep doing that. That's what you do. Yo, the screens. You know me. Hey, Jarvis, are you here? Jarvis, who runs screens, dog? You know I run screens all the time. Screens are deadly. Look at Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor's faster than Kevin Riley. All right, let's see. Ty Simpson now, 146 yards. He is 12 of 17. Jerry Gibson in with the super chat, man. What's up, dog? I appreciate you, man. Back to pass. Short little route out to Bernard. He goes out of bounds. Yo, Ryan Williams, I will say this. I've seen him blocking all over the field. $5 super in from Jerry Gibson. He's like, I'm not surprised at Bama. Just first game jitters versus Florida State. And you know what? I don't think, I know, we're talking, Bama here, but I still don't think that Florida State was a terrible team. I just think they ate rat poison. Tommy Castellanos, that guy's a menace, bro. They just ate rat poison. They won a game and they ate rat poison. It was yummy. All right, 2nd and 8. Let's see what we got here. No timeouts for Bama, right? Little handoff up the middle. It's going to be, you can't run. You can't run, period. 3rd and long for the Tide. Good game so far. Entertaining. This is a huge 3rd down right now. I guess is Alabama, someone said that they were 7 of 7. I have it 6 of 7. No, 7 of 9, my bad. Ty Simpson back to pass. Caden Proctor's literally sitting on somebody. Throws it out of bounds. Jarvis says we may need to abandon the run. Yeah, Austin Jennings is asking, why is William Sanders at guard? I don't know. If you missed it, William Sanders in at guard for Cam Dewberry. I have no idea why. There's good protection. Caden Proctor has that dude on the ground. Ty just, I don't know. Maybe that was a kind of a coverage sack if you want, right? Did you see Caden Proctor sitting on that dude, Scuba? Did you see it? That was crazy. First punt in from Blake Dowd. Let's see where that punt goes. Wow. This is crazy. This just in from Mike Rodak. Check this out. Damani Jackson not on the field. It's Dejon Lee. Wow. Damani out and Dejon Lee in. What? Whoa. What's going on here? Did you see that? Maybe this is just for this particular play. I don't know. Interesting. So Dejon Lee, a freshman, out over there for Damani. Interesting. All right. Good punt for Blake Dowd. He's good, man. Blake Dowd. Run by Georgia. It's going to go for like 2. Yanzi Pierre, they say Quay Rusaw, he's out. Quay Rusaw's out with the leg injury. Do you hear that? And then Jaw Latham with the neck. So now you have Yanzi Pierre, and then behind him is Noah Carter. Hey, that's a fumble. Hey, a fumble. And Deontay Lawson comes up with it. Man, Georgia, man. Yo, looked like a strip by Bray Hubbard. Georgia already cooked. Eric Thomas, I know, dog. I know. I've got that 100. I need to put a disclaimer. I am late. I am late. I get it. I've been early. I've been late. That's the number one thing I get on the channel. You guys don't tell me what happens. What's up, Eric Thomas? Good to see you, dog. It's Georgia, man. I'm telling you, dude. Every single time I've covered this matchup, Georgia's always the favorite. This same shit every single year. Jam Miller up the middle, 3 yards. Isn't it crazy? We've seen this like again and again and again. Every single time, man. Why does this happen? And you know what's gonna be crazy? I'm gonna tell you the script for the end of the year, okay? Florida State's gonna lose another game. Alabama's gonna win, and somehow it's gonna be between like Alabama and Florida State or something like that. And I did update it to default. I did that as well. Always late. Just that's how it is for me, dude. My life. Let's see. I just did a reset. Let's see if I can get it. Now, the life of a streamer, right? One day I won't do this. It's getting close. All right, 3rd and 5. Let's see if they can get it in. I did a reset to default, so maybe that'll help me out. Lazier Brooks in motion. Ty Simpson back to pass. Oh, man, that was a good defensive play. He went for Jeremy Bernard. You see that? So they'll come out and kick a field goal. Okay. Man, that's a good coverage. That's just the NFL matchup right there. They were over each other, but it's a 24-yard field goal, and it's good. Scoring drive, 4 plays, 5 yards. Alabama up 17-7. It was a 24-yard field goal made by Connor Talty. 17-7. I don't know. You know, I think that could have been PI. I like the way that they let the guys play because it, kind of works both ways. But were they all over each other? Yeah, 100%, right? But you could have definitely called PI there, 100%. Kick right down the middle. You know what? Connor Talty is not bad. Right? I mean, it wasn't a long field goal, but I have to say one of my biggest concerns coming into this season would be like, how is this dude going to be with kicking field goals, punts? I actually have to say the special team has been pretty good. 17-7, fam. What you guys think? That's a huge one. You want a touchdown right there when you're 5 yards out, right? I would have liked 7. Is there another avatar? Is there another avatar? Are you guys seeing this commercial? Did you guys already see it? What is this? What? Wait. Is this another avatar or is this the same one? Like part 2? What's happening? Did you guys see that? I'll tell you what, that second avatar that I saw, look, I like Avatar as much as the next person. It was cool. Like the first time, remember it came out, it was like this huge thing. And then the second one, I went to go see it, and it was like 3 hours long. Yo, I am not in for a 3-hour movie. I'm just not. It was too long. It was, I mean, it was just, they could have cut out a lot of scenes. I guess, I see if my kids want to go, right? But I didn't know that another Avatar was out. It was just too long, right? Like after a while, you're like, come on, I get it, man. Come, like, go. I got stuff to do. All right, so 17-7. Let's go inside the stat book. Well, there's another commercial. All right, so those are the scores. I want to look at these stats real quick. Let's check them out. All right, so Ty Simpson in 2 quarters of play, right? So many commercials, dog. It's crazy, bro. Imagine just covering the game like this. It's murderous. I don't even take commercials. 12 of 19, 146. These are crazy numbers for just 2 quarters, right? He's going to throw for over 300 yards in this game. Alabama, I guess this does stand out. 16 rushes for 51 yards. I will say this. I noticed 2 things. Number one, Kevin Riley's still running hard. He's definitely running back number 2. And Jam Miller, there was a point in time where he was kind of down by the red zone. He put his head down and he ran over like five dudes. Okay, Jeremy Bernard 4 for 31, Horton 3 for 40, Williams 1 for 7, and Lottie 1 for 19. Okay, on the other side, Gunnar Stockton only 2 of 6, but he threw a how far was that? Like a 40-yard touchdown, whatever. So. And then they've been able to run the ball more effectively. 6 rushes for 64 yards. On 3rd down, this is where Alabama is shining, 7 of 10. All right, so that's kind of where we're at right here as Alabama leads 17 to 7. All right, this is another big down, too, because think about this. Alabama, they get the ball back at halftime, too, right? So there's a lot of time here. I get it. But if you're able to, let's say, stop Georgia here, put another touchdown in, right? Yeah, Keller, what's up, dog? I see you inside the comment box. Quay Rusaw, he's out, I guess, a leg injury. And then you also have Ja Latham, who's out with the neck. So Yanzi Pierre's in, number 42. And then behind him is Noah Carter. Little handoff to Branch. Oh, damn, look at Noah Carter. Damn, look at Yanzi, 42. That's the thing is, at that wolf position is, man, Yanzi is, I'm telling you, Yanzi is as good as anyone else in that wolf position. That's what this season is going to come down to. It's going to come down to teams that have quality depth. Like, there's quality depth at receiver, at wolf position. So that's kind of where we're at. I see 41 and 10 out there. That is Nakai Hill-Green and Justin Jefferson at the inside linebackers, along with 42. That is Yanzi Pierre. It is 2nd and 16. Gunnar Stockton back to pass, and he completes it for, I would imagine, a 1st down. I don't know. Did you guys see, is Dejon Lee still out there, or did they put Damani back? That is Xavier Brown on that side. Because earlier in the game, they told us that Damani was out for Dejon Lee. No, Damani's back. Damani's back at corner right here on the outside, and then you have ZB up top. 1st and 10. That was a huge 1st down. Georgia. Little run for, 4 yards. How would you guys assess the defense so far in this game? Scale of 1 to 10 on the defense. Is it too early? What's up, Tweet John? Dealt back to pass. Another completion. Man, I thought, wow. This is a big drive right here. Those are some big completions for him. Time of possession, 17 to 6:28. That's crazy. All right, Stockton back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. It's going to be 94, Edric Hill with the sack. There you go. That's big 94 in there. I'm trying to see. Have you guys seen a lot of Tim Keenan too? 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 guys coming right there, but Edric Hill is able to come off and get the quarterback sack. Huge. All right, 2nd and 12, fam. Edric Hill's kind of low-key underrated, right? All right, little handoff. Oh, my goodness. Yo, they just run all over Bama. God bless. Oh, my God. A run of 43 yards. 43. Georgia. Oh, my God. Yo, Georgia has had runs in this game of 43, 24, and they've allowed a 38-yard pass. Huge gap. These are the fits. Yo, this is, I guess, schematically, is this on Kane and his defense? Is this more the players? Damn. What the hell? Huge. Bowens has 81 yards already. Yo, did you hear what I said? Bowens has 81 yards rushing in this game. Georgia has 4 rushers for 103 yards. Bama has 4 rushers for 51 yards. Gunnar Stockton, 77 yards. Look at Kane Womack. He looks kind of lost, doesn't he? On Monday when he comes out, he's like, well, see if they can get a stop right here. Come on now. Handoff up the middle. He's down to like the 2-yard line. It's going to be what? 3rd and 2. Damn, thank goodness for that fumble. That's going to come into play, right? In Alabama, I mean, if they score right here, there'll be time left. And you got to think that Alabama will be aggressive here and try to put more points on the board. I know I would. 3rd and 2. Let's see what they do. Up the middle. Gunner should have kept that. He's going to be stuffed. I would say, do they kick a field goal here? Good stop by LT. You know, he's played well so far. What's up, JTL? How you doing, man? Yo, Ole Miss came with it. Ole Miss now 5-0. JTL's an LSU fan. He says, seems like y'all need our defense and we need your offense. They combine the two teams. They're going for it. 4th and goal. Stockton. Nope. Oh, my goodness. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be holding. Holding on the defense. DeBoer is fired up in the black hoodie. It's going to be a 1st down. So I guess this is on Xavier Brown, the TV broadcast said. Oh, yeah. He's hugging him. You can't do that. DeBoer is pissed. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Nope. Stuffed. Yo, Peasy, man. You know, ZB's, I think he has struggles. Somebody said, Nick Kelly says that Bray Hubbard looks to be a little bit banged up, but Georgia's got somebody down as well. Man, what an entertaining game. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Jeff Merriman? I see you inside the comment box. Ouch. Damn. That looked like it hurt. All right, for halftime, fam, I will we'll go over the nation's scoreboard. By the way, I still haven't taken a commercial. All right, this is like NFL Red Zone. All right, you got Bama Red Zone. All right, I appreciate you guys being here, kicking it with me. I know you guys could be watching the TV broadcast, but I promise you the TV broadcast crew wouldn't care about you guys as much as I do. I know you guys inside the comment box. I've grown to know you guys. I appreciate you guys kidding with me. You know, I'm sure you guys would like for Kirby, you know, Kirk Herbstreit to know you guys. He don't. They don't care about you. I do. You know I love you guys. I know everybody. JT Phillips always hit me up inside the comment box. Always hit me up about when I talk about that I lived in Alexandria, right? Jeff Merriman, always here. I appreciate you guys. No Filters, Anna, Crimson Angel, Pigeon Forge, right? Let's see what they could do. Hey, can someone update that Oregon-Penn State game? I keep forgetting it's even happening. Second to go. Let's see what happens. Outside is a touchdown. It's a touchdown. It's a tutty for Georgia. I mean, shit, they got 7 tries from the 1-yard line. Am I caught up? I think I hit the default, Paul Kirk. I thought I did it before, but thanks for the heads up. Matthew Pay is saying about the defense. Let me ask you inside the comment box, all right? Is your worry, like, about this game, is it just on the defense? Yes or no? Is your worry in this game just the defense? That was a 6-minute drive. You know what the crazy thing is about this game is Georgia's had long, big plays, right? Over 30. I think they've had over 3 plays that are over 30 yards, right? So UGA, big plays. We'll write that down. Oh, yeah, Vinny, you're right, man. No timeouts. They used them all in the first quarter. For me, it is. For me, I think even going forward, honestly, I think going forward, we know this. Alabama's offense is as good as any offense that there is, okay? Ty Simpson, like JTL, LSU fan. What's your take on Ty, honestly? He's balling, right? Like, if you're an outside fan and you're just watching Alabama, you're like, damn, their quarterback is legit. That's going to be fine. And it seems to me, to be honest, that the offensive line has played pretty good. Maybe Georgia hasn't sent, like, exotic blitzes or whatever, but on third downs, Alabama has been really effective. And Ty seems comfortable. By the way, I like that vest that Jamarcus Shepard's wearing. Do you see that black vest? All right, we got an update from Crimson Angel on Pigeon Forge. Yo, Pigeon Forge, can you guys, hit me up as a sponsor. I'm always talking about Pigeon Forge. Right? Get up to the Smoky Mountains. Halftime, Penn State 3, Oregon 3. Wow, wild. I didn't expect that to be that low scoring of a game. We'll talk about more scores at halftime. No timeouts. Well, you do got the 2-minute warning right here, right? So maybe take a big play, on first down. Ty Simpson will hand off to Jam Miller, and we'll get to the 2-minute warning. Mike Rodak says Alabama has now played 8 different offensive linemen in 9 different spots so far. Wow, interesting. I don't know. So, Scuba Steve, we're on a timeout break. 17-14, Bama, the 2-minute warning. All right, Pigeon Forge greater than Gatlinburg. I went up to each of the spots. And so I remember going up to Sevierville and then kind of cutting in. I'd never been to that area before in my life. This is several years ago. I think it's beautiful. The Smoky Mountains are beautiful. They're so nice. I always talk about going on the Alpine coaster. I've never been to one of those. Hey, which city was it that has, you go up, Angel, which one is it? You go up to the top of one of these mountains and there's a brewery up there. Did you guys do this before? I went in like the summertime. It was beautiful. There was a brewery. You had to take a ski lift to get up there. It was dope. Literally me. What's up, man? He said, y'all are sorry. Bama fans suck. What's up, dog? Good to see you, man. And Killtack, what's up with the 10 spot? He says, Womack let in this game. He's a moron. And you know what? You could certainly argue this right here is the defense just giving up big plays. I mean, we'll go to the scores in just a minute and look at the stats. I guess I could go to the stats right now. This commercial break seems pretty long. But when you look to Georgia right here, one thing that stands out for me is the rushing, right? I mean, Stockton has 77 passing, but look right here, 82 yards, 30, and this is crazy. 43 long, 24 long, right? This guy has a 38 long. So it's like those type of things have come into play. I love this stat. 70% on third down away is mind-blowing. Georgia's 0-3. Time of possession will come into play, 100%. Alabama 17:07 to Georgia's 10:51, right? Total plays 36-23. I have to give credit to Georgia for not just kind of throwing it in, but we knew that Georgia is not going to give it in, right? They're going to play till it's 0-0-0-0, period. Yeah, 100%, Sam, you're right, man. It's a 4-quarter game. So here we stand. All right, so Quay Rusaw is questionable for the rest of the game. So if you missed it, Quay Rusaw went out. And let's see if we can get a little scroll box up here. And see, it can be hard to do on the fly. But Quay Rusaw went out, and it looks like he's questionable to return. Try to get this up as well. See if I can do this on the fly. We have another super chat coming in, and that's from Keller. And he says this: I think our wide receivers are good. Run game needs to get going ASAP. I'm cool with the win of the shootout. The defense needs to step up. Yeah. Here comes, they're showing Vanderbilt right here on the screen. Here we are. We have under 2 minutes. Ryan Williams on a reverse, gets out of bounds. Minute 54. You got to be aggressive here. I know you get the ball for halftime, but you also can't do something stupid here, right? Connor Talty's kind of warming up on the sideline. There's a minute 54. You can't necessarily stop the clock with the timeout because he burnt them all in the first quarter. Tonette, what's up? I see you inside the comment box. John, D, what's up, man? Kerry Collins. Let's see what they're talking about. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to be out. Probably a bad spot. So it'll be a 2nd and 1. Byron, what's up, man? I think he was short too, Soli. What's up? Yeah, and I think the update on Quay is a leg. He probably could have got the first, right? But he's going to be short. It's an official's review. I don't know what they're reviewing. I mean, he was 100%, just he was short. 154. Let's see what we got here. Third and 1. What you think? I say something short. Something short, nothing fancy. Little trickeration. And, okay, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I like the first down. What the hell? I don't like that. What is that? Why did they keep trying to make Jerry Bernard pass the ball? Oh man, I don't like that. But they got the first down, so whatever. Okay. God, some of these things, just like, don't be cute like that. Simpson back to pass. He's got time. He's got a lot of time. Caden Proctor just threw this dude down. He sets his feet. He finds Ryan Hollywood. Hollywood. How far was that? That was a first down. Nice job, Hollywood. And that's the problem. I don't like trick plays either. But that's the problem. You can't send a lot of pressure because these wide receivers are so damn dangerous. Ty Simpson back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Incomplete pass. It was intended for Ryan. Yo, these guys are going to score. Yeah, that was a little bit too gadgety. That Grubb doesn't need to do that. Damn, look at Ty Simpson, man. Shoot. Look at this. Comes out, sets his feet, throws a tight man. 103 before half. Let's see if Bama can get into field goal range. It'd be huge to get some points clearly, right? Because they also get the ball when you come out of the break. 103 left. Hike the ball. Lozzie Brooks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Lozzie. Oh, my goodness. Yo, this kid has it, bro. I thought he was down like 3 times. Look at Lozzie Brooks. Nope. Damn. Get off me, son. Yo, Lozzie Brooks is dirty, bro. God. That's just playmaking ability. That guy is a monster, man. He's got 53 seconds left. Timeout by Georgia. Shoot. Damn. Yo, could you type L for Lazier Brooks inside the comment box? L for Lazier Brooks. Oh, that was crazy. I mean, you're talking about a game-changing type play. And what I mean by that is that could be the difference between 7 points and 3 points. That could be the difference between points and no points, because you don't get that. You know, I don't know, maybe you come out into a longer field goal and you miss the field goal. Now, Connor Talty's setting up in a really good position. Even if you're not able to get a touchdown, you got to feel confident with Alabama going in with almost a touchdown lead right into halftime and getting the ball back. Look, Georgia has had such a difficult time stopping Alabama's offense, okay? Look, Ty Simpson is 15 of 23, 192 yards. He has 2 touchdowns. He's 65% completion. Lazier Brooks, by the way, let me highlight the young freshman. 2 catches for 40 yards, all right? Ryan has 3 for 32. We'll go over all the stats at the halftime break, but, man, Lazier Brooks, and I have to agree, man, look, you know, comparisons to Jalen Waddle, who's an absolute menace here and a monster, that looked like Jalen Waddle to me. Lazier Brooks starting to make a name for himself. 1st and 10, 53 seconds left. Let's see what the Crimson Tide can do. No timeouts remaining. Ryan Williams kind of in motion to the outside. Ty Simpson back to pass. Throwing on the run, and it's going to be a completed pass to Jerry Bernard. It looks like there's a flag on the play. Hey, what's up, Rogers? Mr. Rogers. Holding on the defense. Yo, Is Lazier wide receiver number 3? Yes, maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that, bro. He's dope, man. PZ triple L. What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, and triple L, you're noticing Michael Carroll too. And you know what? Triple L, tell them what they have in common. Both freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Both freshmen. All right. Damn, 40. Well, look at this field position, man. What an incredible drive. Georgia called the timeout. You know, Jeff, I agree. I always save my timeouts, but it's worked out for Alabama. They're going to score a touchdown here. This will be a touchdown. And, you know, you go back to, like, this drive and what went right. You look to Lazier Brooks on that big run after catch. You look to a penalty on Georgia, right? You look to that big throw by Ty Simpson, right? Crimson says, asking me if Brooks is better than Isaiah Bonds. I mean, look, when Isaiah Bond was here, Isaiah Bond was good, okay? And I know, like, you know, Isaiah Bond's got a lot of things going on right now, but, man, you know, we haven't seen an overwhelming amount of Lazier Brooks, but what we've seen from him right now, he's on the trajectory to be, like, the next big thing here. I mean, you look to the guys leaving next year. Germ will leave, Isaiah Horton will leave, and you'll have Ryan Williams and Lazier Brooks. And you'll have Rico Scott and, you know, whoever else that comes back. There'll be guys that transfer, of course. But Lazier Brooks, look at this. Caden Proctor is in motion. What the hell, man? What the hell? Did he catch that? Yo, what the hell was that? Yo, that was crazy. I like that, to be honest. That was crazy. That was like one of the craziest things I ever seen. 6'7". Ty Simpson in with a touchdown. Hey, let's go. Oh, my goodness. Wait, what happened? That was crazy. Look at Georgia. They're crushed. Yo, that was thumbs up for Caden Proctor. All right, can we type in KP? Yo, is he wide receiver number 2? Yo, I've never seen that. That was crazy. I've never seen something like that. That was the craziest. You know what? Oh my God, I'm tripping. I'm not mad. Look, the gadgets. I don't like the gadgets. Okay. That was dope. Oh, my God. Oh, that was crazy. Yo, is he the next wide receiver? What if I told you that Alabama had a 6'5", 375? Look at it. Boom. Boom. Yo, that was crazy. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Plain and simple, man. Oh, man, gadget ball. Yo, I'm on, Sam. I'm in, dog. I'm in. Oh, man. Look, you know what? I'll show you guys the stats. Ty Simpson telling everybody to quiet down. Quiet down. 74. All right, let's see if he's on the stat box. All right, let's see. You're going to love this. Where is he at? Wait, why isn't he on? Oh, they counted it as a run. So here he is. Was that behind the line of scrimmage? I guess it had to be, right? So 1 carry for 11 yards. Wow, that was crazy. Okay, we'll look at the scores when we get to halftime. I'm sure Georgia will probably just sit on it. So wow. Okay. We'll call it halftime. I don't think Georgia's going to do anything. We'll go halftime here, and we'll look at the stats, and then we'll look at the nation score, and I'll take like a quick break, and then we'll get back to it, okay? All right, so as you know, let's see if we can get – oh, man. All right, let's go back into stat broadcast real quick. All right, so Alabama at the half leads 24-14. I think Georgia's going to run a couple more plays. I'm surprised. We'll let it officially get to halftime before we go over the halftime break. Man. Crazy. Hey, Patriot Life. What's up, dog? Gunnar Stockton throws it, and they're going to have like 8 seconds. Hey, good to see you, man. Patriot Life. I have to say this about Patriot Life. Patriot Life has been on board with Ty Simpson since the preseason. We have receipts, 100%. All right, good to see you, Patriot Live. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. All right. It is halftime at Sanford Stadium. It is 24-14. I'm going to go over the halftime stats, and I think where we have to start out with is Alabama's offense, right? 15 of 23 for your quarterback, 192 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'm going to ask you again at the halftime break, how would you rate Ty Simpson's play on a scale of 1 to 10? What you've seen from his arm, what you've seen from his accuracy, what you've seen from Ty Simpson overall on a scale of 1 to 10 as I get through this. For me, it's been really remarkable to see Ty Simpson operate on the road like this. Georgia has had a very difficult time stopping Ty. Ty has extended plays. Ty has extended plays. He's done things that high-level quarterbacks do. And 15 to 23 on the road in this type of environment, yo, Theismann, yo, you might want to get that going right now, okay? He's got to continue it. Second half, as you know, is a completely new game, but what he's demonstrated right now, yo, he's playing with a lot of confidence, You ever seen Varsity Blues? Remember when the main quarterback goes out and Mock steps in and he starts to play with that swagger? That's the type of swagger he's starting to play with, right? Running the football, 19 for 66. Alabama hasn't had a lot of success having big chunk yardage plays running the football. 19 for 66. Georgia has done a good job stopping Alabama running the football. But the positive right here is that you do have Jam Miller. 10 carries for 26 yards. I've seen Jam Miller kind of put his head down and run over guys a couple different times. He looks healthy, right? Thumbs up on Jam Miller. Does Jam Miller look at least healthy? Does he, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when we look at Deontay Lawson, we're like, is he healthy or not? Jam Miller looks 100% healthy. I don't know if you've been noticing, but Alabama has played 9 different offensive linemen. There's been a lot of mixing and matching. It'll be interesting to see why they did that, why they continue to do that. Is there an offensive lineman that has stood out to you in the first 2 quarters of play? The wide receivers. Isaiah Horton has 4 for 44 and a tutty. Jeremy Bernard has 4 for 31 and a touchdown as well. Ryan Williams, 3 for 32. Let's talk about Ryan Williams. He should have caught a touchdown, okay? He leads the SEC in dropped passes. Dropped passes are mental. Dropped passes are a lack of concentration. This guy is still going to get all the notoriety. He's going to be in the limelight. But look, right now, the nation, when they think about Ryan Williams, they think about all the other things that come with him, but they think about the dropped passes. On the flip side, this guy is one play away from doing things that you never thought were possible. But you got to stop, man. The 12 dropped passes is straight up embarrassing, okay? You got to tighten it up. There's a lot more football left. They've continued to target him, and he'll get fed continually, right? Lazier Brooks, want to mention him. Man, this guy has it. Some guys just have the right stuff, as Coach Saban used to say. Lazier Brooks has the right stuff. The guy plays at a very high level. He is responsible for a really big play right before halftime where he reeled off. How far was that? A 21-yard catch. And look, right here, you talk about yak yardage. You ever wonder what yak yardage is? That's yards after catch, okay? So that 23 yards, that was all Lazier Brooks, okay? As we go to the defensive side of the football, you got Gunnar Stockton. He's only 6 of 10. He started this game out 0 for 5. He has 79 yards. Now, he did hit deep on a pass play of 38 yards that was burned coverage where he did throw a touchdown. But I think Gunnar Stockton, this guy, he's not Ty Simpson. I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not playing at an elite level. And, that's just the facts of it. I'll get to the super chats in just a second. I appreciate it. Thanks for hitting me up inside the comment box. They have been able to run the football. And I think when we go to the second half, this is going to be the difference in this game. If Georgia can't stop Alabama on offense, and if Alabama can't stop Georgia from running the football, all right, because, look, you have 15 carries for 117 yards. Every single time a team, this is a scary stat, okay, eyes up. If a team runs for over 200 yards against Alabama, they usually lose that game. I think in all 5 games that Alabama has lost on the road, those teams have rushed for over 200 yards or close to that. Bowens right now has 92 yards. Frazier has 30, and they've been chunk yardage, right? 43 yards, 24 yards. Can you tighten that up? I saw on the sideline Coach Kalen DeBoer getting on to Kane Womack. I saw Kane Womack saying one of those plays that was on me. We continue to see Kane Womack take responsibility for some of the downfall or some of the things that go wrong with Alabama, right? So Kane Womack got to tighten up. Ryan Grubb on the offensive side calling a very, very dynamic half. And one thing that I forgot to mention before I move on is that play of Caden Proctor. I'm not a big fan of gadget-type plays. They've done probably like 4 gadget-type plays in this game. I never seen a 6'7", 375-pound tackle catch a pass in a game, and that play was one of the dopest plays that I've seen. So am I against gadgets? Yeah, but that was dope. That was probably one of the better plays that I've seen. It was crazy. I wish I could live that moment over again because that was dope. That was just dope. All right, let's look at the team-by-team stats. What you have here is you have Alabama with 262 yards of offense, which is really stellar on the road, right? You have 196 yards passing, 66 yards rushing, only 2 penalties. This is a key stat right here. Only 2 for 6 right here and 3 for 30 on Georgia. You have 14 first downs. That's kind of where you want to live. You want to go for over 20 first downs per game, trending for 28, which would be remarkable. But talk about remarkable is this right here, right? 8 for 11 on third downs. 8 for 11 on third downs. That is monumental. Anytime that you're operating at this level on third down, that tells you how efficient your quarterback is. That tells you how creative that your offensive coordinator is. That tells you the type of weapons that you have and the guys that are playing at a very high level. 8 of 11 for third downs. You take that. That is, look, this is what I'm about to say is crazy, okay? But 8 of 11 on the road in an environment like this, that is national championship style football. And the scary thing is you're like, do we have a defense that can hold the rope? Do we have a defense that can match the offense? There's a lot of time left, okay? There is. But 8 of 11 on third downs. Third downs, I'm telling you, am I tripping? Third downs tells you a lot about your team. I swear, I promise you. Total plays 43-25. And what that means is Alabama is controlling the time of possession. 18 minutes that Alabama has the football, okay? What that does to Georgia and what that does to the fan base, it keeps them quiet, okay? The first quarter, Alabama had a lot of communication issues. They had to take 3 timeouts in the first quarter because they couldn't hear what they were saying, right? 18 minutes is deflating. I guarantee you there's Georgia football fans right now that are fighting each other in the stands. We'll probably see it tonight or tomorrow, and they're going to be, you know how these fights are in the stands because they're mad. They're rattled, I promise you. This team, okay, I don't even want to talk about the next stat, but I'm just going to highlight it right here, okay? But I'm not going to talk about it. I'll just highlight it, okay? So that's my wrap for where we're at in terms of this particular game. All right, let me go over the nation scoreboard, then I'll get to a couple super chats, and then I'm going to take my first break. My first commercial will be just a few minutes, okay? So as we look at the college football scoreboard, hey, and thumbs up if you like the content, if you like the coverage. I try to style like basically off like like NFL Red Zone. I know I got a lot of work to do personally in terms of like my display and what I do, but I do everything in-house by myself, and I try to always put my best foot forward. So I hope you guys, are enjoying the coverage, and I hope it's easy for you guys to follow, and just know that I'm trying my best every single time. All right, from the national scoreboard right now, you have Arizona, who is trailing number 14, Iowa State 36-13. Oregon and Penn State tied in the college football game of the week, which is secondary to this game, in my opinion, but it is 3-3, which is an interesting score. Right here, or at Sanford Stadium, you have Alabama leading Georgia by a score of 24-14. Missouri is 28-6. They are the opponent that Alabama will play in 2 more weeks. If they win this game, they will be 5-0 because they have an open week before Alabama. BYU and Colorado, that is Big 12 football after dark. Tennessee comes from behind and beats Mississippi State. That is the second consecutive game that they have gone into overtime to beat an SEC team. They are now, that's their second consecutive game that they went into overtime, right? They lost against Georgia, able to beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State, pretty good football team. Did you guys watch that game? 41-34. Ohio State beats Washington. Ole Miss moves to 5-0. Not a lot of people talking about the 2 teams out of Mississippi, right? But they are combined 9-1 on the season. Lane Kiffin beats Brian Kelly. I told you at some point that LSU would have a crash out. I don't know if this is a crash out. There was a good football game, but I don't, LSU has a very challenging schedule. Texas A&M beats Auburn by a score of 16-10 for a second straight week. Auburn loses by a touchdown to an SEC opponent. They are now 0-2. And then you have Indiana, who defeated Iowa by a score of 20-15. Yo, Indiana, I feel that they are a complete pretender. I would love to see them play in this mini NFL of the SEC. Georgia Tech survives against Wake Forest, a game that went into overtime as well. Vanderbilt moves to 5-0. That's Alabama's opponent next week by a score of 55-35. Diego Pavia 26-34, 321 yards, 5 tutties, and on the ground 9 carries, 79 yards, and 1 touchdown. Illinois defeated USC by a score of 34-32, and Notre Dame beats Arkansas by a score of 56-13. A couple more scores to get to from Friday night. You had Virginia beat Florida State in overtime by a score of 46-38, and then you had Arizona State defeat TCU by a score of 27-24. A couple super chats to get through, see if I can find them inside the comment box. Kelly, what's up, man? I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support, and I really, really appreciate the super chat. I think we got another one up top from Killtack. He says, Jam is playing good. I'm concerned about the gimmick plays. Our defense is letting them get too many explosive plays. We don't have any, just need to keep eating the clock. Maybe let AK Deer feast. Yeah, love AK Deer, and so far there's not a lot to complain about other than the defensive fits, which we knew were kind of be an issue. I'll be back with continuing coverage of Alabama versus Georgia on this watch-along. Give me 5-7 minutes. I'll be right back. Hit the thumbs up. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back because we continue the second half of Alabama versus Georgia. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I'll be right back on Bama Football on YouTube. Appreciate you, Coach Lowe, with the super. He says, I say let Grubb cook with the bag of tricks. And roll Tide. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I'll be back in a few minutes right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I love you, fam. This is my first commercial. First of the game. I'll be right back. Yo, what's up, fam? We are back. That was a quick commercial. All right, let's see what happens. What's up? You guys ready? All right. Did you guys survive the commercial? All right, we got to get our 100 viewers back. All right, here we go. Second half, Ty Simpson. Will he continue to cook? Ty Simpson back to pass. Finds Jam Miller. Jam Miller, 14-yard gain. Here we go. Back at it. Let's go. I went downstairs and I had some Greek orzo soup and a little orange. And I filled up my coffee, my Folgers. Alabama up by 10, 14-27, third quarter. Danny Lewis, good to see him. Little handoff to Jam Miller, and Jam's going to get about 4 yards. Yeah, a little orzo chicken soup. I have to tell you, man, you know, in the 5 minutes I was away, I was just thinking, I was like, man, Ryan Grubb, like what this guy is doing is just, he's a chess master. And Ty Simpson is like when you pull out the queen and you just absolutely cook on the chessboard. It's been amazing to watch. Look at him handing it off to Jeremy Bernard. Yo, Jeremy Bernard, bro. Did you see that? Okay, listen, Jeremy Bernard, how he's being utilized this season is he is Deebo Samuel, how the 49ers used to use him with Kyle Shanahan when Deebo was younger. He's everywhere. He might be the best running back on the team. He's the best wide receiver on the team. Shoot, he looks like he's the backup quarterback, right? I mean, Jeremy Bernard, he's completed a pass. He's rushed for, 2 for 19. Yo, I love how they utilize Jeremy Bernard, man. It is wonderful. Here's Jam Miller up the middle. Yo, this offense is dominating. Dominating, bro. Yo, I cannot wait to the end of this game. And just to, you kind of like start to see the narrative, how it'll change. This team, if they're able to finish out this team will be ranked, I don't know, top 5, right? They'll jump up. Got to finish out. Kevin Ryan, I mean, I just think the world of college football, as they're able to see Alabama, you see them, they're just absolutely dangerous. There's so many weapons. The offense, oh my goodness, bro. Do it against Louisiana Monroe. Do it against, now what are they going to say? You did it on the road against Georgia. Finish out. You can see the finish line is out there. They look shook, man. Ty Simpson facing a 3rd and 4. Don't sweat it. Look at him. Finds a freshman, Caleb Edwards. 17 yards. That's a freshman. Look at that. Wild. Huge toss. What a toss, man. On 3rd down, so many weapons. It's wild, right? That was 3rd and 4. Alabama now 9-12. 9-12. What's up, Keller? Ty is 18-26, man. Crazy. Back to pass. Little dump off. Not mad at it. It looks like we got a bunch of Folgers fans. Yo, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Do they even have that commercial still? Yo, how about this black hoodie? This black hoodie is undefeated, huh? I think he's like 10-2, but still. Second and 12 for the Tide, moving it down. Let's see what we got going. Man, it would be amazing to get another tutty right here on the board. Little handoff to Jerry Bernard again. Damn. Oh my goodness. Yo, Jerry Bernard's a monster. Maybe just put him at running back. Look at this. Gets a block by Edwards. Bounces off one dude. Can't stop me. Gets to the sideline. Damn. Marcus and St. Pete says Oregon just scored, and they go up 10-3 on the Nittany Lions. All right, 3rd and 11. It's all good, Keller. You had a long day to party, bro. You can start partying now. Give you a pass. Update on Quay is that he's out with the leg. Ty Simpson back to pass. Trying to find something. Receiver slips. And that was to Josh Cuevas, and it's going to be a 4th and 11 for the Tide. Field goal team comes out. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, man. All right. How far is this field goal going to be? This is definitely makeable. Connor Talty. His first field goal was 24. Got to hit this field goal. Let's see what he got. This should be money in the bank right here. Here we go. Connor Talty set to kick. The kick is no good. No good. Okay. Okay. That was nasty. Was that blocked? Why was that so terrible? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh my goodness. Look at DeBoer. Let's go. Come on. I got my black hoodie on. Okay. I told you. What if you guys follow my show, what do I tell you guys? I always tell you about special teams. And I always say, this Connor Talty guy, how is he going to rise up on the road, right? You have another opportunity. It should be 27-14. And there's nothing that gives the other team momentum like a missed field goal, right? It doesn't. So now Georgia has momentum. You just had an opportunity. That was the opportunity to go up 31-14. You go up 31-14 and you flex on them, right? Now it's 24-14. Georgia has the ball. They have momentum. Now your defense has to step up. Now you put pressure. It's all about who you putting pressure on, right? Oh, Crimson, you're ahead? That's right, dog. You lead the way then, man. You out in front. I'll follow your lead. I'm on YouTube TV too. See, that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing about is like who's ahead and behind. Because I have YouTube TV as well. And I'm on default. All right, so let's see what happens. We're not stressing. So what is he this year? Is he 6 of 8? Right? Because he missed on the road in the first game of the season. How far was that? Oh, it was 43 yards. Come on. You know, in the NFL, you better be able to hit like a 65-yarder. There's 70-yard field goals now in the NFL. FUBU? What is FUBU? What are you guys watching on? Someone's on Disney Plus. Scuba Steve's on Disney Plus. We have YouTube TV. And you know what? All this stuff's getting as expensive as... Remember when we used to have DirecTV? Does anybody have DirecTV still? No, I'm serious. Does that exist? Oh, I'm on Facebook. The Facebook channel is popping. We got 60,000 followers there. YouTube TV, yeah, it seems like everybody's YouTube TV. I like YouTube TV. As soon as they went to the 4-box, I don't have a problem with YouTube TV, but we keep on, so that's where I'm at. But I used to remember DirecTV. There was Dish Network. FUBU. All right, we got a couple people on FUBU. I didn't even know what FUBU is. Is FUBU like, am I even saying it right? Disney Plus with the ESPN bundle. Sling. Damn, I forgot about Sling. Terrence with the Sling. Man, Sling. I have forgotten about Sling. I'm watching Bama game on the TV and I'm streaming. Do we have anybody on like just watching on the antenna? All right, back to the game. Here comes Georgia. It's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Gunnar Stockton. They'll pass to the outside. Wrapped up. Deshaun Jones, Yanze, and Jefferson. FUBU. Remember the clothes FUBU? Do you guys remember this? That's kind of some of the hip hop culture in me. It was a FUBU. It was a brand. 2nd and 4 for Georgia. Davison with the DirecTV. 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Oh, they got some gadgetry. And it's going to be a long run by Georgia. Oh, my God. Stop him. 43 yards. Yo, these guys have so many runs over like 25 yards. It's crazy. Man, come on, dog. Oh, my God. How did this dude not break it? Thank God for Keon Sabb. Shoot. Chunk plays, dog. It went Kane on Monday. Oh, well, you know what? The run fits are improving. We just got to keep doing our job. No, it's not the standard, bro. Come on, man. This defense is the problem. The scheme, I don't know, man. We need like a full analysis on the defense. What a weak spot, man. It's frustrating because the offense has found itself, but the defense is itself. They score here, they get a lot of momentum. 24-14. What would you assess the defense on a scale of 1 to 10? Sound off inside the comment box. Hey, so following this stream, I got another stream that will be my post-game reaction. So I'll post that stream inside the comment box before we end this game. Go over and over that stream, and we'll start a new stream, okay? So everybody can get back into the algorithm, okay? So after this completion, we'll start a new stream. Just a heads up. So keep your heads on a swivel. And if all hell breaks loose, just refresh your phone. You know where to find me, Bama Football on YouTube, okay? All right. Targeting call. What the hell? Is that on LT Overton? Was that targeting? Yes or no? I don't know. It kind of seemed. Let's see. Okay, we're going to get a look at it right here. Target. That is targeting. You gone. Guess who's going to come in? Keon Keeley. That's targeting. That's targeting. He done. I think they call it targeting, fam. Wow. Oh, that's James Smith. James Smith. Damn. So he'll miss the first half against Vanderbilt, too. Oh, man. All right. Well, I thought it was LT Overton at first. I was like, damn. James Smith, well, you're missing a defensive tackle. I mean, he's critical for sure, but you put in Edric Hill. It's not as bad as losing LT Overton. I thought it was LT Overton. Thank goodness it's not. Okay, back to the action. Georgia, 24-14. Things going their way now. It was kind of a weird targeting call, but I mean, here we go. Georgia powers through to about the 1-inch line. It's going to be like a 2nd and 1. Yeah, he's like at the 2. Put him at the 2. Why are they in shotgun? What was the whistle on that? Oh my God, this is stupid. You start to get to like these points of the game, you know what I'm saying? It's like frustrating. It's like, okay, well, where was he down at? Yeah, the 2-yard line. Oh, it's down the 1-yard line. Oh, man. These are the frustrating points of these type of games, right? You miss a field goal, you get down, and you kind of look to like things that change the momentum of the game. You see what I'm saying? Listen, you miss a field goal, right? You have a player called for targeting, removed from the game, disqualified for the game, right? You have a big chunk yardage play that you allowed. The swings of momentum, right? Can you survive it? This is the type of adversity that Coach Kalen DeBoer was talking about. Can you survive this? Can you come back with your offense? They're scoring a touchdown right here. Georgia inside the end zone. Oh, my God. That was a tough run. Jeez. 24-21. We update our scoreboard. All right. Okay. 24-21. A lot of time left. So, you know, think about it like this, fam, too. And I'll update this little text box down here below at the bottom of the screen. But Alabama is now, I mean, I'm not making any excuses for the defense, right? But you're without Quay leg, and then targeting, you're out James Smith, right? So that's 2 defensive starters that you're out in the back end of the game. So you're out Quay Rusa, who's out with a leg, and then you're out James Smith, who's been disqualified. Okay, so does that matter? Targeting. Another thing that I think when you look at this game is, you know, special teams is critical. You miss a field goal, right? But I want to show you guys something, and viewer discretion is advised, okay? When you look to the actual stats of this game, there's a couple of things that stand out for me for Georgia. I don't think that their offense is as dynamic as Alabama's. Like, I think Alabama's offense, it operates at a much higher level. The thing about Georgia's offense is they have gashed Alabama for chunk yardage type plays. And what I mean by that is, look, you have Bowens, who has 107 yards, but he has the longest of 40. This should never happen. Look, I'm going to say something, and I have to be honest. You know how I am, and it sucks to hear this. But in the games that Alabama loses on the road, right, the 5 games or whatever that they've lost under Coach Kalen DeBoer, the run fits have been there. We're seeing it again. There's me. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, dog? Boy, get out of here. But you have, look, the run fits. This should never happen over here, okay? This should happen maybe like one time a game. One time, okay? 43, 24, and then over here, look, 38. So Georgia has, look, they have 4 plays over 20 yards, and they have 3 plays that have gone for over 35 yards. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't care. Like the players, you have players. So is it the scheme, right? Man, look, the guy, and the problem is, and this is something that I have a hard time with, and it's taken me a while to get on, with Coach Kalen DeBoer, who I do feel now, I have more confidence in him. But this is the problem that I have, is I feel like there won't be any accountability following the game. It'll just be like, hey, credit to Georgia for doing a good job. Credit to Georgia for calling good plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a constant common denominator in these issues, and it starts on the defense. And who's responsible for the defense? It's the defensive coordinator, Kane Womack. You see what I'm saying? So that's the constant, and that's the common denominator. Everybody knows. Everybody, bro. I'm a microscopic YouTube guy, and if I know that, imagine what Georgia knows. Everybody knows it. Imagine what Vanderbilt. Guess what? Vanderbilt. Guess what? Missouri. All these guys know the same thing. And at the end of the, guess what? Yo, I thought our defense did a pretty good job. I swear to God, if I hear that after the game from this dude, I'm going to be so pissed, bro. Right? Well, I thought that, isn't it the worst thing? I don't want to go to negative town because I don't often do that. But, like, it's going to really piss me off if we get to the press conference and be like, well, I thought the defense did a really good job. Like, what the serious? What? No, the defense didn't hold it up to the standard, okay? The defense is holding us from being the team that we can be, okay? And I get it, because I've done everything possible to get this offense off the ground by bringing over Ryan Grubb. I had to beg and plead this guy to come here, and look what's happening. Well, on defense, I got to make some changes because that's clearly going to stop me from winning a national championship and for me keeping my job. But he won't say that. Oh, they did a good job. Well, Georgia did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? 24-21. They probably put a score together here. The offense is still hot. Nothing's changed with the trajectory of the offense. It's just a little bit tighter, but things aren't going to change unless they make unless there's a big play here. They'll put something in the end zone. Trust me. Confident in it. You can't run the ball. Sam Anderson, what's up, dog? 2nd and 6. Kevin Riley, all to the side. Oh, horse collar tackle. Damn, he threw Kevin Riley down. Craig, am I right? What's up, Craig? Good to see you, dog. Damn, he threw him down. Oh, yeah, that's a hell of a horse collar. Damn. Oh, my God. Man, if there was ever a horse collar, that was one. Oh, my goodness. Oof. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting point. How come you don't get ejected for a horse collar, but you get ejected for a targeting? Because honestly, you could argue that a horse collar is equally as dangerous. I'm serious. If you get horse collared, you could be. Am I right? That's an interesting point. I would like to ask an official that. Why is that less dangerous than targeting? Kevin Riley could have came back, busted his Achilles or something like that. That was nasty. Why is that allowed? You know what I'm saying? My problem is like so that like. Anyways. All right. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 for the Tide. Handoff to Riley. Riley gets, I don't know, 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Gadget play. Line up Kalen Proctor at quarterback. Line up Kalen Proctor. Oh, damn. You can't run. You can't run. 4th down. What do you do? They're going to go for it. Damn, they're going for it, dog. How? Oh, man. Do you go for it here? I go. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Why? I don't know if you go for this, dog. I'm pretty aggressive, but I don't know if you go for that. Oh, my God. Wow. Terrible. Broken play. Why? I wouldn't have gone for that. And you know I'm a riverboat gambler. Yikes. Damn, what the hell happened? Wow. I guess that was miscommunication, right? That was tough. You put these dudes, not only do you give the ball these guys at the midfield mark, right? Is you put these guys possibly in even field goal range. Maybe defense comes up here, right? What, 2nd and 9? Maybe defense comes up here. Let's see what happens. Gunner Stockton. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was a tutty. That was a tutty. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the hell, man? Thank goodness, bro. Oh, my goodness. Oh, damn. Woo. Thank goodness. What the hell was that? Incomplete again. Shit. That was crazy. Man, they escaped that one. Damn. Huge 3 and out. Oh, man, that was close. I can't believe he dropped that. That was crazy. All right, so they dropped a touchdown. Bama dropped a touchdown. All right, okay. Whew, damn, man. That was tight. Man, he dropped that. Oh. God, Keon Sabb was cooked. You need some momentum, right? We're out of momentum right now. It seems like it kind of equalized a little bit. I wouldn't say Alabama lost all momentum, but right here is a good opportunity for, you know, to establish something. The problem is, and kind of what I was going to what Coach Saban was saying this morning on game day, is you got to be able to establish some sort of a run. Alabama hasn't been able to do that, right? 28 carries, 93 yards. But I think the problem is, and I think something that you might have to do is short passes, right? Kind of some of those short, quick screens on the outside. Clearly, Grubb likes gadget plays. Maybe you do something like that to, get past midfield. I don't know. You have 90 yards right now. If you can, I'll tell you what, the best case scenario clearly is you put together a long, sustaining drive and you put some points on the board, whether that be a field goal or a touchdown, right? Hey, raise the bar. What's up, man? It's all good. Better late than never. All right, Oregon 17, Penn State 10. I think we all took Oregon, right? We all knew that Oregon would win. Let's see if they can hang on to it. It's just, I think the biggest, the struggles that I have as a fan is like, and I get it, you can't throw your guys under the bus, but it's, you got to think like, what is Coach Kalen DeBoer thinking right now, right? Is it Kane Womack? Is that honestly the problem? Is the defense just being out coached? Do you not have the right guys? Because I would argue that you do have the right guys. Is it the Jimmies and Joes or the X's and O's, right? And, it must be hard to navigate, but I just don't feel, and even if they come out of this game and they win this game somehow, I feel that the run fits, it's going to continue. I mean, Florida State, they did what they wanted. If Gunnar Stockton was a better quarterback, oh my goodness, right? Gunnar Stockton is 7-13 for 85 yards right now. So let's see what happens. We're on another commercial break, as you know. I took one commercial break. Oh, let's see what happens. I guess it doesn't look so bad going for it now, because the defense comes up with it. All right, let's predict this drive. Do you think it's a touchdown, a field goal, or a punt? No, Michael, you're right, bro. I did feel that he did well against Tennessee. I feel like in this game, he's been kind of mid. He hasn't been like a game changer. Now, he did throw a nice pass right here, was dropped. So you're right. Like I do think he's an improved quarterback, but I don't think he's like a dynamic quarterback, if that makes sense. Ty Simpson back to pass. Wide open. I don't know if he was wide open. Damn, that looked like a tutty. Oh, man, I love that call. Yo, Georgia's crazy. You can get Georgia in some man coverage. Something will hit. Something will hit because these guys go into man coverage. You saw it against Tennessee, right? Second and 10. I like how they went for a big one right there. Jeez. Simpson going for Rico Scott, and it is dropped. No, he dropped it. He dropped it. He never caught it. Man, I thought we'd see more Rico Scott this year, but clearly the wide receiver pecking order is Jeremy Bernard, Caden Proctor, Isaiah Horton, Lazier Brooks, and Ryan Williams. I got Caden Proctor as my number 2 wide receiver off the board. 3rd and 10. Oh, my God. 3rd and 10. Let's see what we got. Come on. Come on. Ty Simpson, back to pass. Incomplete. You're going to have to punt. Damn. Oh, damn. Damn. The crispity crunch. Damn, look at the bacon. All right, 24-21. Alabama will punt. Ugh, man. Georgia came out and they changed something around because Alabama's offense hasn't been doing a lot in the second half, right? Not a great kick. So they'll basically start where they started the last time. All right. Let's see what goes down. So it's 24-21. We're in the third quarter. How much time we got here? We have 2 minutes until the fourth quarter. Damn, this game is tight. 24-21. Gunnar Stockton last time had an open receiver who dropped it. Would have been a touchdown pass, right? Little screen pass to the outside, going to be like 3 yards. Gunnar Stockton now 8 of 14 for 88. Almost to 100 yards. Oh, man. Weekend Warrior, 100%, man. That momentum swung big time, right? It's crazy. Like, you could even feel it, like, just not even watching, like, not even being there. Stockton is able to get, I don't know, a few. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. I mean, damn, that wide receiver is wide open down the middle of the field. Did you see that? Yikes. That was a touchdown. All right, 3rd and 4. Got to get a stop. Come on. Come on, Swarm defense. Gunnar Stockton on the quarterback keeper. He's up the middle. He gets to the sideline. It's going to be Damani Jackson and Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 21. Another huge run, bro. Another huge run. That is 5 plays that went for over 20 yards from Georgia. That's just a quarterback keeper. That's a quarterback keeper, bro. 21 yards? Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Shoot. Little run to the outside. It's going to gain like 5 yards, I guess. Shoot. Let's see. How many plays over 20 yards in this game? Well, and all running, right? So they ran for over 209 yards. Shit. 209 yards. Bowers has a run for 43. Bowens. Bell has a run for 43. Frazier has a run for 24. Stockton has a run for 21. 4 guys have... Oh, bro. All right, looks like we're going to get to the fourth quarter. 24-21. Wow. Fourth quarter. All right, fam. Here we go. Fourth quarter. I thought the defense played well tonight. Thought they played their tails off. I thought they were able to stop the run. All right, hang in there, fam. We'll get you through this together. Remember, after the fourth quarter, I have a different stream, which will be my post-game reaction show. So pop on over there. I'll post it inside the comment box. In fact, I'll post it now just so you guys can go over there. And there's a button on these streams where you can click notify me. So, like, I know you're probably already subscribed. If you're not, think about becoming a subscriber. This is the stream right there. Post game. It's a new stream, okay? Thought I could pin that. All right, fam. Yeah, so this is the post-game stream. So make sure you guys hit that so you guys can jump on over to the post-game reaction stream. 24-21. Oh, man. I think that, you know, clearly Alabama's still winning, okay? Clearly there's a lot of time left. You know, if Georgia, you know, best case here is you get some sort of a turnover or something like that. They get a field goal, then it ties it up. They get a score or whatever. Then Alabama has an opportunity with a lot of time. Now, Ty Simpson, you know, he's 19 of 31, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been hot, but he's been a little less hot in the third quarter. I think Georgia's defense have made some adjustments, and you know, look, Georgia capitalized. And look, I always talk about this, man. Special teams. I told you. How many times did I tell you? You get into the season with the field goal kicker. That missed field goal was gigantic, especially if they kick a field goal right here and they tie it up 24-24. It should really be 27-24 in that particular case. That would put more pressure on Georgia to have to get a touchdown, right? So, and maybe, and who knows, maybe Connor Talty gets an opportunity to redeem himself. I don't know. But you continue to see this be an issue. And look, I'll show you guys why these commercials are so long, bro. Man. Seriously, are the commercials long or am I tripping? Look at this, fam. I'm sorry to show you guys this, but this is the truth, okay? I want you guys to understand what's happening. This right here is Georgia's rushing stats, okay? Look at this. They have one player. These are all individual players. Bowens ran for a longest of 43. Bell ran for a longest of 43. That was on a reverse, right? Frazier has a longest of 24. Stockton has a longest of 21. 215 yards, okay, of rushing. The crazy thing is, in the games where Alabama has allowed, I think, over 200 yards on the road when they have lost, that's been associated with it, right? You look at Oklahoma, they had the quarterback and running back, right, that ran for over 200 yards. Vanderbilt ran for over 200 yards, right? Tennessee, same thing with their running back. Run the ball at Bama. We say this. That's how to beat Alabama. All right, here we go, fourth quarter. Let's see. No, Vinny, you better not go to bed. You're staying up. Vinny, override. Stop it. Get your game face on. Make yourself an old-fashioned if you're age appropriate. All right, here we go. 215 yards rushing. Oh, my God. All right, lock in. Let's go. Deer Hunter, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. You're still in school, right? Gain of 7 yards. You're right, Anna. It ain't over till it's over. Dirtbike, what's up, man? Dirtbike, there you go. Okay, good. We need some positiveness in the chat. We need some optimism. Wow, it's like smoky. What is this? Fireworks? All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 3. This is huge. Yeah, hey, Beth, I'm with you 100%. That common denominator, right? Because for so long, and I think that's what pisses people off the most, is for such a long time you were able to stop the run, right? Alabama was always, top 20 in terms of run defense. And now that's kind of the Achilles heel, right? All right, so 3rd and 3. This is gigantic right here. Okay. Hey, that was a big stop right there. So it's going to be 4th and 1. What do you do here? Wow. They're going for it. They got it. They stopped him. Wow. Wow. Holy hell. Damn. That was just straight up playmaking ability. Hey, man. Oh, my God. Yo, type D for the defense. Let's give it up to them for that. Yo, that was crazy. Yo, type D inside the comment box. That's a damn. Who was that? That was LT Overton. Man, if LT Overton doesn't get to him right here, damn, what a play. God damn, that was good, man. Really, really impressive. Aaron's like, I need apologies. I don't know about that, man, but that was good defensive play, 100%. Shoot. All right, Kevin Riley's going absolutely nowhere. Damn. Cody's like, type God for that play. Yo, LT Overton, man, that was a hell of a play. Shoot. All right, 2nd and 9. So maybe go for a big play right here. Maybe, something's got to give. You can't run. Ty Simpson back to pass under duress, almost caught by Jeremy Bernard. It's going to be incomplete. So you're going to face a 3rd and damn, man, this is going to be a tight game. 3rd and 8. Oh, man. All right. But is that, let me go back to that play on 4th down. Is that Kane Womack or is that the players? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to not give Kane Womack credit for something. Like, was that him calling the defensive schematics on that, or was that a playmaker doing his job? I don't know. Third and 8. Ty Simpson back to pass to Ryan Williams, who gets absolutely lit, but comes up with that gigantic play. Huge play for Hollywood. Yo, he got absolutely stuck. Damn. Oh, why was that not targeting? How was that not targeting? Yo, that was targeting. What the hell? How was that not targeting? Did you guys see that? Coach DeBoer was calling for that a long time ago. Here's a run to the outside with Jam Miller. Goes nowhere. You're not going to be able to run. You're going to have to make big plays down the side. Don't give up on Ryan Williams. I'm telling you, he'll probably catch a touchdown pass right here. How did they miss? Right? That was targeting. Right? Jarvis, I think you're right, man. You just might have to just have Ty Simpson, get you past this by throwing passes rather than running. You can't run. Ty Simpson, back to pass. Fires to Isaiah Horton. Gain of 21. Damn. 21. I told you that Horton, this is how this is it. This is the offense. Just let Ty do his thing. That's our guy, Peasy. Oh, man. All right. You got the momentum back. Ty's starting to feel it. 1st and 10. Pass complete to Cuevas. Gain of 12. Oh, these are huge. You got a big third down, right? Conversion to Ryan. You got a big pass to Isaiah Horton. You got a big pass to Josh Cuevas. Oh, man. This feels better. Nine minutes remain in this game. Not a lot of time. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Geno Vandermark. Okay. Those are the type of plays, you can't have penalties. Stats on Horton, 6 for 65. Oh, man. Okay. It'd be nice to get Ryan Williams a tutty, right? All right, Ty Simpson back to pass under pressure. He's got Ty to Ryan Williams. What is that, a gain of like 2? Oh, man. Man, Georgia probably feels that they should have kicked that field goal, huh? I think that the reason they probably didn't kick that field goal in hindsight is they didn't have confidence in their defense stopping Alabama, right? That was exactly it. And they probably wanted to put pressure on Alabama's off. I don't know. They'll probably look back at themselves. Handoff to Journey Bernard. Bernard for a gain of 6. It's going to be, what, 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. You look to that penalty, right, Jeff Merriman? You're still in a really good position here. 8 minutes left. Oh, man. All right, let's see what happens here. Ty Simpson back to pass. Great pass protection. Pass across the middle is going to be incomplete. Okay. 4th and 7. You're going to have to punt. But you know what? I mean, at least you flipped the field here. Right? I mean, Georgia's got to have a long way to go. I'm not mad at that. You flipped the field here. That was a lot to ask for the offense. And whether you expect them to go 99 yards in the 4th quarter, I'm not mad at that. Good punt. Great punt. Georgia has 95 yards to go. All right, type D inside the comment box. We need the defense to come up. Come on. 95 yards, 4th quarter. Oh, I know. You're right. The defensive back on that play, he didn't even turn. I saw that. I didn't want to point that out in case you guys didn't see it, but Georgia's defensive back didn't even turn around on that incompletion. All right. Damn, Journey Bernard only has 26 yards. Oh, let's see. Oh, he has 26 yards rushing. He has 35 yards receiving. Huh. Hey, Norris, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for pulling up. All right, we're on a long commercial. I'm just trying to chill. What a game it's been, though, right? I mean, I think the 3rd quarter, if I was like voting this like a boxer, I would say that Alabama won rounds 1. They won round 2, which is the 2nd quarter. The 3rd round I would give to Georgia. in the fourth round. It'll come down to the fourth round. Right now I have Alabama winning the fourth round, right? And it'll be settled in these last 8 minutes. Good football games are settled in these last, in the fourth quarter, which is fine. This will be a really good test for Alabama's defense. Look, you have 95 yards for Georgia to go. I don't know if Georgia has it in them to go 95 yards. It's a big challenge for them. I think that, despite the chunk yardage type plays, it hasn't been like, kind of, they haven't kind of dinked and dunked. They've had these big plays. They should have had a touchdown. And you look at points off the board, I think Georgia will, when they look at the tape, they'll look to the fact that they missed a touchdown pass. They'll look to the fact that they went for it on fourth down, playing aggressive like you have to in these type of games. But, that's 10 points off the board. Hey, Jerry, what's up, man? Ever shopped at Boaz, Alabama, my hometown? I don't think I've ever been to Boaz. No, I've been to a lot of different places, though, now that I live in Alabama. A lot of different places. And I love it, man, because, like Northeast Alabama to me is so beautiful. I love the mountains and, that whole area, like going up from Glencoe to like Gadsden. That area is very, very beautiful. I love Northwest Alabama, Huntsville, really pretty. All the water up there, Florence, very pretty. They got a beautiful downtown area. Birmingham has really grown on me. I didn't understand a lot about Birmingham, but Birmingham is a beautiful city, and you cannot find a bad place to eat there. As you go to, I've been to Dothan. But you go to L.A., man. L.A. is a good spot. I love Mobile. It's a good city. They treated me well. Fairhope's amazing. Such a beautiful place. So, yeah, Alabama's been good to me. I love it. All right, here we go. The 95 yards to go. Here comes the defense. Another big chunk yardage type play. Gain of 10 yards for Georgia. Oh, yeah, and I love Gunnersville for sure. You know how I feel about Gunnersville. Gunnersville, man, Lake Gunnersville is beautiful. I'm trying to find one of you guys to take me fishing sometime. All right, 1st and 10 after a 10-yard gain. Let's see, they got a long way to go. They have 231 yards. I would have never thought that they'd be up. Another gain of 6 yards, and there's going to be a penalty. That's going to be holding. Hold on, fam. They got a lot of ways to go. They got a long ways to go, man. Just chill. And like I said, fam, after this stream, I'm closing down this stream and I'll start a new stream, which will be my post-game show. The reason I do that is it notifies everybody else to come to the post-game show, okay? I will post the link inside the comment box. So if you want to notify yourself, so you can get my post-game reaction, I'll post it inside the comment box right now. All right, 2nd down for Georgia. Gunner Stockton completes a pass, and they got a long way to go, fam. What is this, is this 3rd down? Oh, 2nd and 9, okay. We've been hard on the defense, and rightfully so, but if they can come up, with 2 big holes in the 4th quarter, we need to give credit to where it's due. This is a very challenging spot for Alabama's defense. Gunner Stockton can't get anything going. He's going to be swallowed up. They're going to face a 3rd and 9. This is huge. 6 minutes to go. Big Tim Keenan. Has anyone had their eye on Tim Keenan? Third and 11. Here we go. This could be part of the game. Stockton completes a huge pass. Man, no pressure. No pressure, and he completes it to 22 yards, dog. Wow. Why do you not send pressure on 3rd and 12? Why? Why do you not send pressure? 3rd and 12, you could have a wrap on the game, and you don't send pressure. Five minutes to go. Kalen DeBoer nervously looking on. Alabama fans nervously looking on. 2nd and 5. You know, all they need to really do is to get into field goal range. 2nd and 5 right here. This is huge. That's a first down. Damn. They're driving. Penn State, Oregon. Is it 17-17? Shit, this game might go into overtime. 24-21, man. Let's go. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Come on now. Gain of about 1. Man, this is intense. 2nd down, 4 minutes to go. This is it. This is for the game here. Well, they each got all their timeouts and the 2-minute warning, right? So Georgia has to be kind of careful here, because if you score here, you give Alabama a lot of time. This is the delicate situation for each team. Defense for Alabama just has to come up with a play, hopefully a turnover. Let's see. Gunnar Stockton is going to be incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Clearly, this is 4-down territory, right? 24-21. I don't know where Xavier Brown is. Somebody, I think Mike Rodak just said that Red Morgan is in. Maybe send some pressure. 3rd and 9. Hey, there's a flag on the play. What is that? What's the flag? So you decline it. This is it right here. 4th and 13. Wow, 4th and 13. This is it. Let's go. Come on. Wow, they're punting here. I don't trust them. Wow. This is crazy. Okay. I mean, they weathered the storm. They drove down. I mean, how long was that drive? It was a 9-play drive that went 40 yards, right? 5 of 6 passing for 42 yards, 3 for 4 yards. So let's see if Alabama can close it out. Remember, at the entirety of this stream, we have another stream that will be starting, which will be our post-game reaction show. So definitely go to that stream for our post game. Here is the link inside the comment box if you want to get notified. I just posted it inside the comment box, so you are notified of our next stream that will happen. All right, so that's how this stream will operate. I don't know, 24-21. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting. to see what happens. There's a lot of time left because each team has the timeouts and each team has the 2-minute warning, right? So and if you could, establish some sort of a run game, then I think, you feel a little bit more comfortable. But that's kind of been the thing, is Alabama hasn't been able to run the ball that effectively. They have rushed for over 100 yards in the game. 31 for 103. Georgia's rushed for 33 for 227, right? So here it is. You know what? I like where we're at right here, because I'd rather Alabama's offense have an opportunity to finish this game out than Alabama's defense. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have more confidence in the offense picking up a first down right here, a couple first downs, burning out those timeouts. How many first downs do you need, mathematicians? How many first downs do you need? So if you get one, you get down to the 2-minute warning, or you get two, right? You probably need like 2 first downs, 3 first downs to win the game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel more confident because the offense has been able to move the football. I don't know if right, Mark? Are you saying 3 first downs? That's what I'm thinking as well. 3 first downs. Yeah, you get the first down. The time's going to run, so you're going to have to make another play. You get another first down. You get down to the 2-minute warning, and then, you start to cut them down because they have 3 timeouts. Georgia's going to be able to stop the ball 4 times, right? Yeah, so Hunter, you're right. So you could stop the ball. You could stop the clock 4 times. So I'm thinking 3 to 4 first downs wins the game. Kill Tag, what's up, man? If Zebra's become endangered. Oh, man. You can't have mental mistakes right now. Like, if there's a time to not have mental mistakes, and thanks for the super chat, Kill Tag. I always appreciate you supporting me, man. Here we go. Let's see what we got going here. First play. 3 minutes and 19. Little handoff to Jam Miller. Jam Miller fights off one defender. He's going to pick up 7. It's 2nd down and 3. That was a nice run. I just keep feeding Jam. Breathe. Breathe. Put this game away, man. Come on. All right, 2nd and 3. Alabama is going to call a timeout. Okay. I guess I'm not mad at that. I don't know what was happening there. But they call a timeout. 2:32. Oh, they're yelling at Ryan Williams. What happened to Ryan Williams? Ryan was just out there running. Oh, man. Poor dude. Did you see that? They were yelling at Ryan Williams. Damn. Oh, man. Whew. Well, I hope you can get used to this, fam, because I'm telling you, we're in the NFL right now. Oh, man. All right, at the conclusion of this game, I'm going to start a new stream. All right, so I'll post the stream link inside the comment box. If you get lost in the shuffle, refresh. You'll see me streaming again with my post-game reaction. All right. Whew, man. It's already 10? You guys chill. Look, let me walk you off the ledge, okay? All right. Oregon and Penn State, they're in overtime? Damn, that's wild. All right. Okay, calm down. It is 2nd and 3, okay? Kiltack is supporting us, okay? Bama should have to pay for my hair transplant. Clash action lawsuit. All right, let me walk you off the ledge, okay? Alabama has the football. Alabama has a 2nd and 3, okay? Alabama just rushed for 7 yards with Jam Miller, okay? Jam Miller, 13 for 39. He's a big, powerful running back. I think you're able to get this first down. If you get this first down, right, you go into the 2-minute warning, okay? So then that's when it gets real. And then from there, you get 2 more first downs and you win the game, all right? It doesn't have to be fancy. So you're in a good position because just remember this. This game is in the hands of Alabama's offense versus Georgia's defense right now. That's where we want it. We didn't want it the other way. We didn't want our defense going against their offense, right? Man, and Tweets Johns, I don't, people be calling for Kane, but you win a game like this, it'll calm down the masses a little bit, but I think that is the whole. Clearly, we'll talk about more of that at the post game. But let's finish this one out here. All right, 2:32 left. 2nd and 3. Jam Miller gets 2 yards, so you're going to have a 3rd and 1. Hulk wants to film guy as a DC. Up and coming star, right? Already a star, really. Yeah. 24-21. It's a 3rd and 1. This is exactly what you wanted. Why did he call a timeout? That was a dumb I didn't like. That's a dumb timeout. I mean, technically you still have 3 timeouts, but I didn't like that timeout. That was dumb, right? Did we like that? I mean, from a football standpoint, does that timeout make sense? I don't think so. I would have kept mine. Raise the bar. Yeah, this is when you need like a Robbie Oots or someone like that. Yeah, they don't really have maybe like a Daniel Hill, right? He's probably the closest thing to like a true fullback. I know he's listed as a running back. Here it is, 3rd and 1. Here we go. Ooh, I love a play action right here. They're doing a tush push. They do a tush push. Oh, he got it. First down. He got it. Did he get it? Yes or no? Unnecessary roughness on Georgia. That's it. That's a wrap. That's a 15-yard penalty. Wow. Oh, my God. That was crazy. I think he got it anyways, right? Yeah, he got it. Oh, yeah, you can't jump on him like that. That was the penalty. Wow. And he led with his head. Oh, man, that was crazy. That was weird. All right, fam. We're close. All right, let's just wait. We're in a good spot. More commercials. Holy cow. Wild. I think in hindsight, he would have got, would he have got that first? It would have been a first down either way. You got this, though. I mean, this is a big dub. You come out here, there's a lot to talk about on the post game. I'm telling you. And I think if you hang on to this, and as I'll talk about on my post game show, is you do a lot in terms of the national ratings, right? The national viewpoint of Alabama. Because you go to Georgia and you take care of business. Like, I think that this quarter is probably even. I have Alabama winning the first quarter, the second quarter. Georgia won the third. This one's probably even now. I'll give it to Bama if Bama's able to close out. But the thing is, if you go over to Georgia's home, where they had won 33 in a row, okay? 33 in a row, okay? And you're able to win this game, that says a lot, right? And I think, look, is there holes in Alabama on the defensive side? Yes, there are. I think that when you look to the holes that there are, I mean, we know what they are. It's the run. It's stopping the run. I'm surprised that they are able to win on the road when they allowed 33 attempts for 227 yards. Usually you don't win like that, okay? I don't want to talk about a stat until it's happened, right? But there's a stat that I won't talk about until the end of the game that I think is very important to bring up. And look, the defense, I don't think that this is the defense that can, there's holes. You have a defense like this, you're going to lose games. Damn, why was that not targeting? Another super chat in from Killtag. What's up, dog? I appreciate you. You're the MVP of the night, bro. Thank you so much for the super chats. Big run by Jam Miller. Jam Miller picks up 6. Keep the clock going, right? I think you get another first down or two, it's a wrap. Make sure and join me on my post-game stream, fam, all right? Post-game stream. Join it. God, this was stupid. They made some coaching mistakes, in my opinion. They shouldn't have utilized. Georgia, in my mind, should have 3 timeouts right now. They should have just used their first timeout. They should have 2 left. They only have 1 left. That's a game. It's 2nd and 4. You get this first down, you get another timeout, and then all you need is 1 more first down. I think that's a wrap. Right, Skylar? This is a coaching error. They wasted timeouts. That was dumb. Because now you basically, you got to stop here, which they did. Okay. So it's going to be a 3rd and 3, 3rd and what? 3rd and 4. and you call another timeout. So it comes down to this play. This is it. Let's go. Oh, man, here we go. Let's see if we can get it right here. This has been a damn good game, right? We knew it'd be like this. Shoot, maybe these two teams meet. And thanks for the feedback, Scuba Steve. Just from a football standpoint, you know what I'm saying? I was wondering about that. I would have used them a different way, but here you are with the 3rd and 5 and still and no timeouts. It comes down to this play, right? Here it is. This for the game. This for the game right here, fam. 33-game home winning streak on the line for Georgia. First down. First down, Bama. What a play call. Damn. What a play call. Oh, my goodness. What a play call, fam. Damn. That's Ryan Grubb. That's Ryan Grubb. Hey, fam, join me on the post-game stream, okay? It's inside the comment box. All right, I'm going to end this stream. Join me on the post-game stream. I'll see you guys.